right, hello everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Fights, episode number 38. Yes, 38. I had to like visually confirm that for a second. We are out here with another SoulCalibur bracket as usual. And we also have another Matcherino going. But before I start yelling about that and make you all use the free codes, cough cough. JJJ and Konmai, how are you doing? Let's start with Konmai. Why not?
Oh wow, I skipped the line.
Oh, okay. So I guess go fuck myself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too.
I'll just sit here.
I mean, you're allowed to do that. You're not on camera.
So much time to go fuck myself over here. Time never ceases to surprise. Oh, I'm saying this stuff out loud.
So, okay.
Oh boy.
I can just imagine this is what's going on in like a Sauce player's head.
I really stepped in it, and that is on me.
Well.
Hi everybody. This is Konmai introducing himself.
Yeah, dude. I'm doing okay. How are you feeling, Jay?
Oh, you're done already?
Yeah, I'm done, dude.
Okay,
I'm passing the turn.
I guess it's up to me. So, like,
it's
clearly you were the first one, and now I'm the second banana.
Yes. But the second banana is the strongest one.
I'm doing Pete. Why? You said
Pete,
that's
what?
like... You said the second banana is the strongest, like that's like a well-known thing, and I haven't heard of that rule before.
Obviously, you just don't eat enough bananas.
If you see a bunch of bananas, a banana bunch, if you will, Donkey Kong style, how does one figure out which one is the second one?
It's the one that isn't eaten yet. The weakest one is always picked first, you know? Or is it like Red Rover
But if
rules?
you're looking at like, so 6 bananas in a... How many bananas are in a bunch? It's like 6, right?
Is it like
No?
6? Okay, let's check this out. So how many bananas?
Does it change? It doesn't change, right? Also, who decided how many bananas are in a bunch?
Holy shit! They said. Okay, so apparently the cluster is the one we're thinking about.
What's that?
The one that
banana cluster?
So banana clusters.
They're not called clusters.
No, like
clusters are for 1 fucks and 2 grenades.
Okay,
sure,
so wait, what is the name of a no? Because a bunch of bananas is like the full banana bunch. Like
Yeah,
we don't even get to see
bananas,
this.
yeah.
We don't even get to see this at the store because by the time it gets to the store, it's been cut into not bunches because the bunch is like 2 layers of like hideous fruit missile, you know? So, yeah.
What are you looking at right now?
I'm looking at Google. How many bananas in a bunch? And you'll see it says grows in bunches. But like the bunch is like the biggest, like when you get a banana tree, it's got like a fuck ton of bananas on it.
Is there a chance that you're looking at something that's not right?
There's a possibility, but bunches of bananas is like a big amount of bananas.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how not right do you assume you are right now?
I feel like I'm pretty correct, but that's because I'm a fool.
This seems pretty outlandish to me. I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, bunches of bananas are like a large amount of bananas, not what we're thinking of. I think where if you like pick a banana out of like the handle of bananas, but it's not even a cluster because the cluster is like the second tier. So what's the next delineation?
I still feel like it's banana bunches, and you're like creating this terminology out of nowhere.
No, the bunch is like the full thing, the whole Monty.
Hey, Bigpapachunk, can I talk to you outside for a second?
Yeah, 1 second. Alright, yeah, what's up?
If you think...
Dude, can I talk to you about the way that Konmai is acting today? Because it's a little bit off-putting. What are we gonna do about this?
Make banana pudding?
You know what? I did run into that, didn't I? And there's not a whole lot that I can say about that, so I guess...
I mean, when life
Or do
gives
I
you,
have egg in my face?
when life gives you bananas,
You get banana pudding?
Oh shit!
Is that really what this is doing?
or we can let them sit for a bit and we can make banana bread, which I
Did Konmai
really like
come
banana
up with
bread.
us? We actually got... I have banana bread that was made today.
Oh shit.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
You want to share?
Also, I gotta play my match really quick, but I'll be
okay.
here.
Are you gonna be on stream, or are you playing something?
No,
else?
I'm off stream.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Who are we gonna have on stream first, Bigpapachunk?
Me and JoHow,
Ooh.
whenever JoHow shows up.
Okay. Well, I have to try and figure out exactly... This is always kind of an odd scenario for me. Because, like, I'm the only person who's going to be commentating, but I also don't want to commentate too heavily, right? Because you're going to be playing the match. How do you feel about the Maxi matchup with Sophie?
Well, I was planning on playing Hilde.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've only played Hilde for like a month, for like maybe 5 hours the total month. So
I feel like it was about a month ago that I saw Ruber play against, I think it was Infidelity in one of these kinds of things, and boy, he made that matchup look unwinnable for Maxi. When it comes to Maxi, that's not the zaniest thing in the world to hear. Really seems like, out of all the characters, that sometimes seems like they get invalidated as a whole. Maxi is like the main guy, where that tends to be the case. But boy, oh boy, I guess it's just backdash a bunch. I guess the idea is that as long as you have strong movement and know where to go within the stances, then you'll be good to go.
about that.
Yeah? What's up?
Anyway, JoHow, where are you at?
I don't know. Do we know if he wanted to play today?
He did sign up, and I signed him
He
up.
did sign up.
I did at the right person.
And so, Konmai is no longer available to talk about bananas, or what?
I can talk about bananas, actually.
Because I can talk about bananas. What was the initial question that got us into the whole banana bunches thing?
So I'm being kind of pedantic about it, but I do think that the amount of bananas we're talking about with the bunch of bananas is actually not called a bunch. It's like a smaller amount of banana.
Yeah, but I mean to say that I feel like that's a rule that just some guy decided was the case.
Yeah.
And everybody just said, like, okay, we'll follow this guy. But it doesn't
yeah,
have any
second
real
banana thing?
validity to it.
Well, yeah, because second banana is like, I don't know. I just feel like the second banana survived the longest, right? Therefore, he's the strongest. He might be the most cowardly, but we can't tell. Bananas
But I mean
don't
to
write
say,
history.
how does one judge which banana is the second banana if you've got like 6 or 7 of them all in a row?
Oh, I'm just assuming that we're counting based off of them when we're eating, because like I don't think people
You can't
count
do that
bananas.
because you're not always eating a banana in said bunch, right?
That's
so,
true.
Like, you're saying that second banana is some sort of temporal title that's dependent upon other contexts and other decisions that other people are making? I don't know so much, man.
Well, it's like God's choosing this banana. We're like the banana gods. Like the bananas have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Wow, that is maybe one of the most arrogant things I've ever heard you say.
I mean,
You just see a bunch of bananas and you're like, yeah, I'm basically the god of this.
yeah.
I never walk around thinking I'm the god of anything.
I was
We
thinking
are
that I'm making.
nothing like God, Konmai. Not
Okay,
only
let-
are our choices limited, we're often forced to become the devil himself.
What about what about a banana like, I don't know, like some banana terror, like because we're like clearly like the apex predator of
Banana
bananas.
terror?
Like we're scaring the bananas, right? The
Can't
bananas
you
are
try
fucked
to
up.
come up with names for your WWE title on your own time?
Banana terror. The banana
You
terror.
wouldn't want to
bro?
be you wouldn't want to be banana terror. That would be like your gimmick.
I feel like that's a pretty good nickname for a character, for like a SoulCalibur player.
Banana terror. There's already a banana Ken in SoulCalibur, and also we also had a Kilik with some of his costumes that were like banana pants and banana vest. You remember?
Oh
those?
yeah.
So I guess bananas specifically with Kilik. Where's Kilik from again? Is it a
I
place
think
that
he's
has
Chinese.
bananas?
I don't
Does
think
China have bananas? They don't, right?
so. I don't think.
I mean, I know they do now, but I mean, like,
Yeah. Yeah, ancient China. I don't think they have bananas.
are bananas indigenous to China? And I don't believe they are.
I don't think so. There's like no way.
What are some indigenous fruits to China? I don't know Chinese fruits. Durian? Is durian a Chinese thing?
Is it? I think it's like Southeast Asian. Of course, maybe it got moved there or something.
Sometimes I have a tough time differentiating between Asian countries and the region we consider Southeast Asia. I'm willing to admit it.
Oh yeah, I forgot bananas had seeds at first.
Yeah, they look like spiders. It's fucking terrifying.
You guys know that strawberries are not classified as a berry? They don't actually fit the criteria of a berry.
Don't do that to me.
No, it's true
That's
because
supposed to be my favorite berry.
seeds, the whole point of a berry, like what makes the criteria of a berry, is that the seed is entirely encapsulated, contained within the flesh of the fruit. Strawberries have the seeds on the outside, so they don't classify. But a banana is a berry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's horrifying.
I hate that.
Because you never introduced yourself, by the way, right?
Yeah, because what are you doing here?
I
mean, you're allowed. You have the king C. I'm not saying you shouldn't.
Okay,
oh,
you
come
decided
back.
to leave. I don't.
No, he's coming back with a stupid noise. What was that?
Oh, I don't know how I feel about this.
That did not feel good. That was
all I said was that you haven't introduced yourself yet. I just feel like maybe you should introduce yourself.
Okay, now I actually have to
stay in
play.
your commentary.
like Big Papa didn't even say to introduce myself. I was just here. Damn. Fuck.
You don't need an
Right,
introduction.
normally, so you know how this voice chat is called commentating? That's
I
why
tried talking like
we're
multiple
here.
times, but you guys were still talking about bananas for like 20 minutes.
But you never introduced yourself. I wasn't even aware until 2 seconds ago that you were going to be staying here talking during the commentary. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Hey, I'm Casino. Kilik X kind of nightmare main.
What do you think about the Maxi Hilde matchup?
Hilde is one of my worst matchups, and I've seen this matchup, so I don't know how those two tag each other out.
If I had to guess, we're going to see, depending on if Bigpapachunk is fully familiar with the Maxi stances and where he can go with it, I feel like Hilde can definitely invalidate Maxi as a character overall, but also at the same time, JoHow I've always found to have quite an unusual style, much more lame than you would typically see from a Maxi player, which can really throw people off. He has a very odd timing with regards to like when he decides to mash, when he decides to challenge certain frame data, and when he doesn't. And if Bigpapachunk is going to be unfamiliar with that, it's going to be tough. Now the first round seemed pretty well in BPC's favor, and so if he can continue that, then everything will be good. It's just going to be dependent on whether he can keep that up.
Alright, is getting looped a lot. Also, I finished my match, so I can actually commentate.
Oh, okay, great. How did it go?
Oh, it went okay.
Who'd you play?
King Panic?
Don't know. I like the name. I like
Yeah,
the alliteration overall.
They play
Ooh,
Cassandra.
doesn't
It's
block the
very interesting.
BB.
Oh.
Just blocks
try
the
to-
first hit of BB and not the second one. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting choice. I wonder what he was thinking there. Like, stepping? Question mark?
When it comes to JoHow, I frankly never understand. Like, I have no idea why A plus B was the choice there. That doesn't make much sense to me. Also, it looks like JoHow is wholly unfamiliar with Hilde in general, because it seems like he's losing out to a lot of string pressure, and he didn't block the second hit of the back from B plus K. Fantastic duck. That's going to almost do it.
Okay.
Oh, man, if
Oh.
only he committed. Now he's going to have to deal with Maxi and Soul Charge. Who knows what can happen?
I know.
Oh
getting
boy,
caught
here we
moving.
go. A run-up GI on your own offensive pressure is an interesting take, but a fantastic sidestep gives BPC the first game.
Looking good, Chunk.
Those same
Yeah, sane G. I would. I guess I would call it insane, but it's.
In the membrane. He decides to keep the same stage. I'm not exactly surprised by this.
I don't feel like the stage is really doing much. Either way, it's just like.
There really hasn't been a lot going on other than Hilde doing kind of the stuff that we're seeing here, just like hitting Maxi, and Maxi not necessarily being able to retort. Fantastic steps. I mean, BPC made it seem like he was entirely unfamiliar with like what to do against Maxi. He seems pretty comfortable. I think that he was lying to me.
I think so too. Oh.
The one time Hilde does a high. This is when he gets tech crap.
It's
The slight side steps from Maxi don't really work, but no punish on the -12.
Oh, okay. Just throws out the blue stuff right there. Is like, I guess I'll preemptively whip punish my opponent.
I mean, it's safe. You can use post backdash. It's a fairly, common tactic. But overall, it definitely seems like JoHow is very unfamiliar with a matchup like this. With Hilde, you're looking at, I don't know, maybe the best character in the house. Cervantes is pretty good, but maybe the best character in the game with regards to just space control. Safe, non-committal space control, Yeah. Hilde does not allow you to do a lot of sidestepping. Hilde doesn't allow you to do a lot of assuming she's going to be in the same place that she was before because her backstep is so long. So it's kind of like a lot of the same stuff all the time when it comes to Hilde. Okay.
Just eat that jump B.
Now we
gonna
need
get. Getting lost in the sauce right there. There's the unfamiliarity. It finally kind of showed itself. But like, yeah, neutral, I feel like Chunk is really dominating it. But when he gets into that kind of pressure situation where he's kind of slowing down, that's where like, okay, there's not a lot going on.
I feel bad for kind of coaching, but I do have to mention that, like, I feel like BPC has done a lot of run-up mids, as Hilde is wont to do, and basically every time he's gone for a high instead of a mid, JoHow has done it. So it would lead me to believe that there is absolutely no point in changing one's style. He gets a wall hit here. Ooh. Oh, too slow, but no spending of the meter, very surprising. Now we're kind of... Oh boy.
Nice counter hit. Nice counter hit.
He was a little bit egregious, I think. But we're still... Nobody's interested? Okay.
Nobody's interested in spending meter. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. It felt like there were plenty of opportunities to potentially, like, get rid of the frame disadvantage and just go for a burst, but alright.
Oh, nice anti-air. Oh! Gets flip kick. A nice block on the low, but nothing else. Now I can feel the
3A
fluff
setups
there.
of all things. 3A typically considered one of the worst stance transitions as far as I know. Well, 668 plus B without the charge is also pretty bad.
What's the weakness
like-
of 3A setups? I mean,
3A on hit is not very good frame advantage. So you can kind of like mash out of a lot of situations that he ends up pulling off, or step ducking in a lot of spaces. Very similar to 668 plus B when you don't charge the second hit. It can be just very... It puts Maxi in a reverse mix-up that I find to be quite out of his favor.
Welcome to the stage of history.
that is good to know. Okay, stage switch.
Yeah, it really seems
Opting.
like JoHow kind of took a grasp of the awkwardness and the lame gameplay, but also kind of like won out some of the shuffles that he wasn't as before. Still feel like if BPC is able to continue the exact same strategy that he had in the first game, he should be fine.
And right now,
But that
though,
of course
Joe-
means that we're not really dealing with a lot of the stuff that we're seeing here.
yeah, I feel like JoHow's pretty much in the driver's seat right now. It's kind of dictating the pace of the match.
Oh boy. The horizontal stance.
Oh. Okay, full screen, just chilling.
Yeah, this is one of the things that JoHow is fantastic at, is coming up with a way of just like playing as lamely as possible. I wouldn't expect it to work all that well against Hilde, but it can work on any character, really.
Okay. A little interesting middling punish with the K right there.
Yeah, so you can kind of like beat out the GIs in a lot of spots off of 3A, and I don't know. The stance transition is not particularly impressive. Now the full string, if you get hit by it, is off the wall rising KK. I'm not respecting the strings. Nobody respecting strings at all.
It's kind of weird because I don't think that, like that string doesn't have. I guess you have the delay version, but you can't like stop it.
No, yeah, it just is what it is, yeah. You can't just do the first hit if that's what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like JoHow, slowly but surely, has become incredibly comfortable in a situation like this. Oh wow, into the low.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's one of the things, is that JoHow has very interesting options to try and deal with pressure. He just makes everything incredibly awkward. Oh boy.
2A plus
Now,
B.
if you can't block 2A plus B, you can't block 2A plus B.
This man took a 2B plus K and just jumped B. Like, I have nothing to say. Like,
It kind of makes sense. It is a good anti-throw technique, and if you get hit, like this
A
character
non-technical
has.
knockdown, sure, yeah, that's one of the things that can happen. It's also important to note that, you know, Maxi Jump B has one of like the biggest horizontal hitboxes for vertical in the game.
It's very IVS kind of. I guess the IV one is more like a retracker.
Yeah,
This
so
one is just
especially
wide.
against, you know, a guy like a character like Hilde, who has one of the worst side steps in the game, it's probably like more beneficial to pull off that kind of thing.
Well, I guess it's time for Maxi homework, right, Chunk?
No.
No.
I got the impression he didn't want to talk about it, which is why I wasn't going to talk about the set.
No, I just don't want to sit down and do. I ain't labbing all that.
Yeah, no
I mean,
homework
y-
time.
The
Yeah.
stage of history.
You had it in the first game, and then you just stopped.
And then he stopped to block, and then he blocked more and did weird things, and I just didn't throw and do fast moves. Also, my
Yeah,
tech crouches were not coming out when I wanted them to.
Yeah, I don't really know if like Maxi counterplay was particularly. I mean, it's always necessary against Maxi, but like,
I don't know if that's necessarily why you lost that game.
Yeah, no, not really.
It's okay. It's the burden. It's the weight of the TO breathing down his neck. His own breath like circling back behind his own.
Sounds like a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, pretty much.
The weight of the TO.
The weight of the TO.
And
That
it's like
would-
it's one of those where like if you look at the book cover, it's weight like WAIT, but then if you like lean it backwards a little bit, then it's like WEIGHT, you know?
Yeah. It's like this bracket will end.
Dot,
Maybe.
yeah, ellipses.
Imagine. Yeah, something like that.
Wait,
Something
you
like,
thought it was gonna be this bracket will end? Maybe. That's
Possibly.
very indecisive for a book title.
There's a chance that the bracket might end at some point.
I don't know,
during the
maybe
night.
it will, maybe it won't. Stop bothering me about it.
it's truly.
I don't know.
This man
Who's
uses
playing?
KO on left butt. Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Arcades versus Vocal? Okay.
Aha, this is a matchup I have talked to Lucian about multiple times. It's a matchup that I feel like Archgraves tends to win more often than not. We'll see if some of the stuff that I talked about with Lucian is going to come into play, whether it's going to work, whether I'm full of shit, and I don't know how to play this matchup at all, but we will see.
So what do you think is going to be right off the bat? What's like the one
The
thing?
one thing that Lucian needs to change from the previous times he's played Archgraves?
Yeah.
Playing it more lamely than you would expect.
Okay.
I find that he often considers Taki or Archgraves in general to be a player that mashes more than he does, and he always gets himself in trouble with that sort of thing. Now that being said, it won't really matter if Archgraves is just going to be 100% correct about every single mix. The third 1B ends up pulling it off. Okay, here we go. Now he's eating a whole lot of damage here, but he did just get his third red rose.
Roses? Okay.
Huh?
That's gonna almost do it, I think, because of the wall.
Not
Oh no, never mind. That was actually a lot less damage than I expected. Oh no.
Tries to preserve his turn with a GI, but just gets called out with the toothless feet. Yuck.
Yeah, 3 red roses for the first round isn't the worst thing in the world. Trying to challenge with a lot of 3A, that is a very typical thing in a matchup like this.
All right.
Especially if the Taki player isn't punishing 3A.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Interesting.
wow, an AMS grab in a spot like that.
Huh.
Ambitious tech grab.
Okay, he's seeing it's working. He's gonna keep doing it. I like it.
Tried to beat out the soul charge there. There it is. And so now, once you get 4 red roses, this is a very classic matchup of Amy has more range than the Taki, so you just try to back up and play as lamely as possible. Oh, really wish it was a
Ooh.
bigger punish, but a back grab ain't bad.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so I think Lucian has figured out a particular style, which is, what if I grab a whole bunch?
I mean, he spent like the last couple of turns like doing mids, right? For the most part, so makes sense to like get the payoff.
Yeah, 3A challenging the stance transitions, not a surprise there. And this is one of like the real killer things, is that like a lot of like Taki's typical stance transitions, or times when Taki tries to cheat out a particular an attack or something like that, 3A is going to stop all of that cold. This is one of the reasons why I feel like a matchup like this is can be really tough for Amy, specifically on paper, but in practical application, because 3A rarely gets actually punished, it's arguably 5-5, potentially even favorable for Amy without that kind of execution.
All right, another 3A go in.
Did everybody agree before the tournament that we were never going to soul charge?
Yeah, I think
Or
this
is
is
just
the
something
soul,
that everybody's decided to do on stream, where
It's
like
just not-
nobody's.
soul charging is not a thing. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh,
he
interesting!
heard
A
us.
new mechanic has been brought into the tournament.
Dang, we finally found it.
Yeah.
All right, hey, this is a real game of SoulCalibur 6.
Yeah, 4AA is like pretty killer, but now like Taki's gonna force him to weather the storm. Gets a 4AA counter hit. What a surprise! Another AMS grab.
It's working.
Yeah.
This is the sauce. Well, I
I
guess
mean,
this
it
man has to
makes-
duck now.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? Because, you know, for one, duck punishing AMS grabs is unfortunately a lot harder than you would expect. And for two, traditional Taki wall rising punishment is frankly not that good.
Yeah.
It's probably one of her weakest attributes. Tries to keep the stage. I'm not entirely surprised.
The question is, are we going to see like the god blocks for like the next 3 turns?
Yeah, we'll see.
So far, yeah, I don't know. Lucian has like this awkward style of like when he's going to be mashing certain options. Again, getting hit by the unblockable setup there too.
Nice.
Okay, doesn't get a wall rising BB though, and that's a pretty big deal. He's in yellow guard already.
Oh, nice block again.
Oh, this is the exact same setup that ended up killing him in the first game. Like a
but
GI
with zero
at the
roses this
very
time.
end, A+B. Oh, that's a horizontal attack. Man, 3A on foil. Boy, he's getting so many of these 1Bs. It's really funny that in the first game, he was blocking all the 1Bs, but then the second he switched to grabs, which can also be ducked, then suddenly he doesn't like duck any of those.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with that. It's the same thing, right?
I think it's just like just seeing AMS in general makes him like react a little bit different.
Yeah, like weather the storm. And they're
Okay.
getting 2 red roses, but with a red guard gauge and about to lose the second round, yeah, gonna have to spend bar. This gives you a lot of more opportunities to get stuff. There it is.
Ooh,
Boy,
got it.
he is so adamant, dude. This is
He's gonna get it.
crazy.
Like 1B sucks,
they're not
but
breaking the
AMS throws God.
You guys ever play like SE2 and SE3 when they had like those arcade mode versions of SoulCalibur where there were like challenges where it wasn't just like beat the opponent, but it was like beat the opponent under specific conditions, like
Yeah.
you gotta keep moving or you gotta have to use certain moves. Is it possible that Lucian got a challenge where it was like you have to defeat your opponent using only grabs?
And not use your meter, yeah.
Well, I mean, he used Soul Charge last game, right? That's how he got his 4 red roses.
Oh
It's
man.
crazy to believe that the Soul Charge hasn't been, or the Guard Break hasn't been used yet. Every 1B gets blocked. If he started using some like delayed 2-2Bs, I think it would work out pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, because he actually went for a delayed like guard cancel 1B and he got interrupted there. So it's like he's got to find something else. But yeah, 2-2B is probably going to be the sauce.
Now see, if I'm Lucian, I am getting mad now because he's blocked almost every 1B, and then he goes to 3B twice, and both of those get blocked too. What are you gonna do about that? You know. At that point,
Probably
you might just have to start going with like 6A or something like that.
Yeah, or even just maybe reevaluating whether or not it's like worth going.
He's not gonna get the ring out, but this is very close to death. Somebody tells me we got like an unblockable or something. He had it! Why didn't that work? I really feel like what Arcrease wanted was to like catch a sidestep and catch it with a grab. Wow, that really seems like he got jilted there.
I think he was out of range. Like he had like a
but that sucks, right? Because that's clearly what he was going for, and he was at the wall. So like, I don't know. It leads me to believe that he would have been under the impression that he would not have been out of range. It seems like a pretty typical setup. So very surprising.
Maybe we have the curse of like 2P being different, like in NRS games right now.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, here we go. Pressure on.
AA on top of things, forcing him to use the second bar. Now the meter advantage that Arcrace had at the beginning isn't so much. Ooh, that's gonna catch. And we're dead to the AMS grab, yep.
Hey, there it is. The AMS grab Oki is like kink right now.
Well, that's really tough. I mean, that's Amy Soul Charge in a nutshell if you think about it. Because, sorry, go ahead.
I don't think he failed a single Oki AMS grab, actually. I think he landed every single one of them.
If the grab came out, it was never ducked, and I don't think it was ever broken. So unfortunately, for Lucian, I don't really know if that's can be duplicated, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I could go into the next game that I have with Arcraze and be like, okay, well, if I just grab him, he can't break them. All of my grabs are unbreakable, and so that's the way to... Like, I don't know, but maybe. But it is very difficult against AMS Soul Charge. Like those kind of like 4 AAA counter hit into stuff like that. It's very difficult to deal with the AMS grab by actually ducking it, because the whole point of that kind of Oki is to get somebody scared enough to where they roll around on the ground, or they actually duck the AMS grab so you can get what you actually want, which is AMS Soul Charge A+B. And that does like 90 damage, and it's you know, it's terrifying. So you're kind of frozen shut there. It's a real shame that Arcrace he wasn't able to break any grab at all. So there's not much you can say about that.
Yeah, actually, you mentioned it is like there's rolling against Amy is like always bad. So you don't want to actually roll. And you don't want to say death
roll
trap
in
either.
certain situations, and you can get away from the AMS A+B. Not really there though. That's tough.
All right. Well, let's see. Well, it's me against Faramantra, so yeah.
That's
I'm
what's
not
on the
sure.
screen.
Yeah, it's gonna be me and him. So we'll see how this goes. Let's see what's going on in Metrorino really quick. Just
Speaking of rolling versus Amy, back when I was like learning Amy, one of my favorite things about Amy is that like when I'm trying to get Oki, what I hated the most for most characters was like characters just rolling out of my Oki. But with Amy, it was just so easy, especially in Red Rose, to just like 4 BB for like 30 damage, just force them up. It was so nice.
Was that like before the last patch? When you were playing Amy, or like I mean to say, was it when 4BB was -10 or -12?
-12.
Oh, okay.
This was like probably 4 months ago when I was on here. Yeah. Amy's anti-roll is so nice. I think.
Yes. I remember somebody telling me that like at the local like 4 years ago. Don't roll.
Well, especially 4 years ago, because 4BB was -10 in situations like that. I mean, surprise, surprise, everybody. When Amy gets red roses, a handful of her typically weaker spots become a lot more powerful.
I think even when you don't have red roses, I would like use 1K a lot, because that also attracts rolling really well.
Yeah, you don't get a rose out of it, though.
Such good times. That sounds... The sarcasm is dripping off of salt flats.
No, he means it honestly.
Oh, really? He's an Amy?
Out of everybody,
Crap.
he genuinely... this is going to blow your guys' minds, but there are people out there in the world that enjoy Amy.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
Oh.
I actually...
Shit's crazy,
okay.
yeah.
I literally... I didn't hate the Amy matchup until I fought JJJ. I was like, what's so bad about Amy? Back when I mainly played Nightmare, which is actually not that bad for Nightmare. And then I fought JJJ, and I was like, oh, I can't play the video game. I just, literally, I've tried literally everything, and he just...
Yeah, that guy's a big time.
Auto-GIs me, he just sidesteps me, and I was like, oh, that's why people hate this character.
I mean... You say you were looking up the match arena stuff, Konmai?
Oh, yeah. We're up at that 1950, which is pretty good.
Well, that's pretty good for only having like 2 or 3 matches already.
Yeah, I was quite impressed. Shoutouts to Manta for the $5, Rory Lover for the customary $5, and Palm Trees for the $5. And everyone else is just codes.
Yeah, you could have thought that because the tournament had so few people that we probably weren't going to be able to get any kind of meaningful money. I kind of thought that like because the last one was so gigantic, the prize pool, that like it's only natural for the next one to be so small.
Right.
Yeah.
But already in 1950, it's really not that big of a thing.
Yeah, it's not. I've definitely experienced worse. For the many years we have run this, I don't know what to call it. Like I feel like this, like WNF is actually like proof of concept of the ship of, what is it, Theseus or something, where it's like, is the ship that if all of its parts replaced, is it the same ship?
I think you're thinking of Friendship.
The ship of Friendship? I don't think so.
Friendship is the greatest ship. It never sinks. It's a sinking ship.
Is that a song?
Yeah. Absolutely, that's a song.
Really?
I talk about how the ship never sinks and then it immediately sinks. Yeah.
I'm just thinking that was like a 70s song or something.
That 70s song? Starring that guy who just went to jail? That's too bad.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure where Faramantra is, but I'm pretty sure he's doing some Time Wizard stuff, as Time Wizards are wont to do.
I think they're called Chrono Wizards.
Chrono Wizards?
Yeah.
Oh, he said he was here, so at 7 o'clock, so he probably just got bored. And is considering, I don't know.
Yeah, he probably would like, but when Faramantra gets bored, he immediately goes into the chat and he goes, I'm bored!
Does he? Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, he shouts it from the rafters.
Shouts it from the rafters. I'm surprised they even have, like, a means of communicating up in the rafters.
Yeah, it's how people used to communicate back in, like, the medieval era.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like they were always up in the rafters for some reason. I'm not specifically
Because
sure
that's
how
where all the
or why.
that's where all the birds were, and that's
Well-
how you started getting like carrier pigeons.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were just being mischievous and climbing
No,
all
yeah,
over the
birds
place.
typically don't live in like a room or like a house. They typically like if a house is around and a bird's like, I want to find a place to like stay high up and there's no trees, then they'll typically be in like the rafters of the house.
I
So
just
then
figured-
people were able to like find those birds and communicate with them via food and seeds. And that's how they got them to send messages.
Is that why they call it Twitter? Well, they didn't. No, I'm joking.
They don't
Although
call
it
it
is
Twitter,
so-
though.
Van Damme.
They don't call it.
This
Yeah, I
man
know they call
found
it. Yeah, they call it Xianghua
man
now.
found
I don't know what.
33.
30?
You linked
I guess I'll get out the server
like-
because I think they're calling for ViolinPhantom.
friendship.
Oh,
is the
well,
best shit
I guess that's the way it
video.
is.
33
Oh, that is.
views.
It's a Little Learners song. I had no idea. Damn. I don't even know what Little Learners is, but I'm gonna listen to this. Oh my god.
What are we talking about? What's the Little Learners thing?
Is this a
You-
wait? This
Job
can't be
Van
like from
Damme,
this
like
video.
in
This has to
chat.
be like a song from another thing, right?
You linked your song, JJ, that you were saying.
Yeah, it's like literally real. The comments are turned off. It's got 33 views.
Well, it's for kids, that's why.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, you're
Why?
right.
Why is this the video that I did?
I just don't know if this is like.
Like, what do
this
you guys mean? You guys
This
think
has to be
that
from
like
a book, right?
you guys think that
Talking
I'm the
about the
first
song
person,
you were singing.
but you're not.
You linked the video, bro.
You linked a video that also thought to itself, "Oh wow, the word friendship has the word ship in it."
Oh wait, really? This isn't the thing.
Wait,
What the
So,
fuck?
you know,
just
I don't know
happened?
what you're confused about.
wait,
The
wait,
word
wait.
friendship has the word ship in it. I'm not the first person to
Yeah,
make a
but you
connection between
No,
those two
I
words.
thought it
You
was
used
the same
chorus, like,
song.
perfectly. That's what I mean. I guess you didn't do the sailing through the stars part, but I just thought you nailed it.
I don't know why you
I
guys
agree
would
with
think that that was the case.
I just listen.
I-
Every time you
D-
sing,
Don't get me wrong.
there's a real
I get
song.
it. This video had the word friendship in it, and I guess this guy made the connection that friendship could also be the name of like a ship. I doubt that we're the only two people in the universe who have figured that out too.
I know, but I don't want to describe this. I'm just.
I'm
it's-
willing
it's
to
like-
bet that there's got to be at least like another two people who have thought that in their life.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But you also sang it the same way, like the same note, the chord
Oh, did I?
progression too. It was weird. Like that's why I'm like, this has to be like a thing, right? It can't just be like some random guy singing in the public library.
When
Someone
souls
uploaded
collide,
a
chaos
I mean-
friendship is the best ship with 0 views in 10 hours.
I have to. I gotta say, I hate to disagree, but I feel like the song that this guy is singing, in terms of meter, in terms of like the notes that he's singing, it is significantly different than what I did. But it does start with "friendship is the best ship." When I said "friendship is the greatest ship,"
Oh, you're right. I goofed up.
I don't know what you guys are doing right now.
I'm
You
just-
guys
I'm
went
try-
all
we are
crazy.
trying to- Desperately trying to shovel cement into this absolute like quicksand quagmire of a bracket right now.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, guys, I can already imagine what the YouTube comments are going to be and everything. I hope you guys realize that the main reason why we talked about a whole bunch of malarkey in between the matches because there was like 5 minutes in between each match. The second that the matches start going, then obviously we'll talk about the matches. Speaking of which, we have Bigpapachunk against ViolinPhantom. I can't honestly remember another time that I've seen these two guys play, despite the fact that I'd be willing to bet they've played against each other kind of a lot.
Probably at Evo actually.
I don't know if we played at Evo. I'm dead.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
you're
sure
dead already?
ViolinPhantom
Yeah,
actually
you
had
exploded.
you dead to the previous game, the previous wall hit. So it seems like ViolinPhantom is all about trying to get wall hits right now.
He's a pretty wild
Violin
dude.
is, one of those guys where you can kind of just let him hang himself a lot of the time. You just like hang out and block a bunch, and eventually he'll do something bad. Just right.
Yeah, he does tend to be pretty aggressive. Who do you lose to in order to get into the lose?
The only thing though is if
That
you try to
happened.
brawl with him, he's just
Oh.
right. Yeah, there we go. If you try to brawl with this guy, he just has the talent of like being right. So if you don't brawl with him, you might win.
And it's nice to play a character like Hilde who has the potential of trying to get out of a lot of the situations that Grøh can set him up for.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, la-di-da.
I like the jump setup. That's cute.
See, I kind of don't like it for Grøh, if only because his back turn people stay is like not that good and unsafe. Oh, well, I guess if I really feel like BPC had the round in there.
This is like a 1 month character, so give him the pass, right?
With the sword regalia, I feel like that was the case.
Oh!
Okay, well, I think that's it. Wow, what a disrespectful whip punish.
That is the funniest whip punish I've seen in a hot minute.
I thought there was a soul charge string on that. I guess I was wrong. Or I don't know the input.
Well, he stepped the whole thing, as far as I can tell.
Well, I think he's talking about the time where he could have potentially had a ring out.
Ah! Alright, there we go. Catch him moving. Slow 2Ks, but he's gonna have to do a lot of pokes to, like, not get smothered.
I mean, that's the whole thing with Hilde, right? Like, you don't play Hilde to get, like, some pretty sweet mix-ups or anything like that. You do that to do, like, the same, like, 2 or 3 moves over and over again. Because they're, like, really powerful.
Oh, how did that track?
Turn around 236K after getting hit by C5.
What did I tell you? He's just right. He just chooses, if you brawl with this guy,
maybe one of the last words in the entire English language that I was thinking of after that was right.
Yeah, technically he hit to his left, so...
Heyo.
Ew.
About it. Oh, that was a fantastic whip punch. Okay, that's cool.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Guess
Whip punish?
up there.
Something good?
So it's not going to be dead just yet, but potentially dead to this Oki here. Oh, catches him, like, potentially rolling on the ground.
That's such a good move.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
Hilde has a fantastic way of, like, catching people who try to, like, lay prone. Also has a fantastic way of setting up a ton of tech traps and stuff, too. But speaking of which, these 6B plus Ks aren't necessarily guaranteed by Grøh either.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's getting hit each time... Oh, that's close to dead, but not just yet.
Not quite.
Maybe he wants to spend bar to end it? Oh, wants to do this again. Okay.
That was
Cheeky.
Well, yeah, I guess you're dead either way, right? Ooh, no punish on the -12, and it won't matter.
Crazy.
Wait,
Bet your chunks on chunk. It's dangerous.
Isn't his back turn mix-up mid-high?
Yeah.
Like grab versus back to people's K? Yeah. It's also important to note that the wall is red at this point. Ew, really bad back turn people's K, or like whatever the other back turn move is for Hilde. And now we're going to be in this room, and I think this is going to be the ending room for the set. Whoa, that was a CE. Did he mean to do a solo attack?
Nice block? Okay, but nothing off of
Oh,
that.
that's not what I wanted.
Oh, that's too bad. Doesn't know that he can actually sidestep that, but it doesn't matter. Kind of surprised that the fact that the stage was red didn't really come into play. But
I think,
ViolinPhantom ends up taking it.
Yeah, it's moving on.
Guerrilla playstyle works.
Yeah, as
You know,
heavy as,
you
a,
should really
as an
play a
Arizona
cast.
can.
I don't know what Hilde does.
She does a lot of mid-hories.
I did that for a bit.
No, you didn't. That's why you lost the first game. Because you went, okay, I hit him with 2 mid. Surely now I can go for the mid-vert. And he was like, no. And then you died.
I did charge VA like 4 times in a row. At least one round.
So you got half life on 1 round.
No, I got like a 3rd life.
Okay, cool.
He blocked 2 of them, so I stopped.
Yeah. Why? It's not unsafe.
That's true. If you're not getting directly punished, why stop if you're stopping him from having fun, right?
I always consider the idea that the answer to a move that is safe on block is not blocking it. You cannot consider that the answer that one should have to a safe move should be to block it, because that's not actually answering the move. That's the whole reason why the move is safe on block in the first place.
I have to play Manta? Oh boy.
What happened to your Pheromontress match? Did he?
I just obliterated him, I guess. I don't know what happened.
Nice, solid stuff, dude.
Just like,
Think of all the people who said that you weren't going to get here.
yeah.
You know, and think about how you're going to be able to laugh in those people's faces.
Yeah, just like guffaw. Absolutely.
Yeah, guffaw at them. Yeah, that's a good word.
That is a choice for that's a big winner on the on Scrabble, I think. Actually, is W a strong letter?
No, right?
Oh,
don't think it
really?
is.
That's really sad. That just took the wind out of my sails. Jay, I don't know what to do, man. Is that Kilik?
Oh, it is. It is. It's 4.
Okay, that's pretty buff.
I have to admit, I'm not like that heavy into Scrabble, so I wasn't 100%. But yeah, W and V. It's a lot of words that have a W at the end or the beginning. If you can get a W in the middle, I feel like should be worth more. We all know what
Yeah.
the biggest letters are, though, right?
No, I actually
Scrabble?
don't know.
You guys want to guess? There's
Q-
two.
Q-
There's
Z?
2 letters
Q and
that
Z?
are Q and Z. That are worth 10.
Huh.
And then
Yeah, I
there's
guess Q
one
is
that is.
guessing. I don't
there's-
even play Scrabble, but I was just guessing.
There are 2 that are worth 8. I think
Wait.
one is obvious. The other one's not necessarily that obvious.
Playing Kilik?
I'm guessing X
fuck?
and
Yeah. That's the obvious one. And
Do it,
there's another one that.
Konmai, do it. Do it.
What? Play
You know what
Mitsu?
to do. You know what to do.
I kind of don't.
Isn't
K?
Azwel? Isn't Azwel like really good against?
X and K worth 8.
No, K's very close. K's worth 5, so more than W. But you're very close.
Okay, good. You were just trying to bait me into playing Mitsu, you asshole.
I'll give you one more guess.
No, he's gonna do it. He'll do
U.
it.
Well, then I'll...
Well, no, U is a vowel.
God damn it. I wanted to play Mitsu,
Yeah.
but now I know.
U is used like all the time.
No, trust me.
All
This
right, well.
this Kilik is kind of annoying because it's he learned from Nemo.
The other
Oh.
one is J.
Oh, that's a good letter. There's
Huh?
3 of yours.
Okay, Azwel versus Kilik. I have a sneaking suspicion that I think that Azwel is very good in a matchup like this, just because Kilik, probably his biggest weakness is the fact that his approach options are pretty bad. And I feel like Azwel beats up on those types of characters, like your Surtees and your Takis, and people who have the need to try and get in and have to just deal with like all the mixes and everything like that. Manta Kilik, very odd. Ah, it's a Manta Kilik, but we still see some of the hints of Manta style as we see him whip a move immediately into a GI.
Right?
Catching the sidestep.
It's worse because he hasn't learned now to whiff a move into Monument.
Oh, that is not the 100% optimal punch, but Wall Rising B is still pretty good. Not getting any whip punishes on these Wall Rising Bs, Konmai.
I don't need it. Go for the scam.
I mean, that's
Did you see
That
how
is-
cheeky that was?
that
Come
is
on,
very
man. That was
very
godlike.
rude.
That was sick.
Oh, that was bad. I'm dead.
Oh yeah, always want to make. He's not dead because the wall was, fully up. But now, basically, both characters have the ability to kill each other.
I got back turn K set up by my own.
Damn, Manta doing a ton of very vintage Kilik stuff. A lot of mashing, a lot of just like abusing a lot of setups here. Kilik. I mean, that's really not that big of a surprise.
I'll say,
One, because
it is-
Azwel's sidestep is terrible, and 2, because Kilik's wall rising B, again, one of the best tracking verticals in the game. I
I was
think.
gonna say it's 2023. Are we really surprised by that anymore?
Yeah, that can't be.
Okay, but the pole didn't even hit him that time. That was crazy.
Okay, yeah, I see that like every Saturday.
Yeah,
This
this
is-
is. I
I'm
don't
used-
know though. Azwel's sidestep is really bad. Oh, but he does get a sidestep there, but he doesn't get a full whip punish.
Drama. That's
Oh
crazy.
no. Oh, he ends up
Goodbye to
getting
your
hit by
hook,
the
buddy.
full mid-grab, so that's not going to kill just yet, I don't think. So I feel like we're going to see
Well,
an
I
Azwel
don't know.
Soul Charge in the
50-50.
future.
It could
I'm going
be
to say
that.
no. Yeah, that's good enough.
It
There's
does a lot,
enough
but it's,
scaling on there.
yeah, it still scales a bit.
Okay. So now, is Kilik going to use his other bar? Is he going to try to use like a CE to get between like the pinwheel? Is the pinwheel going to come out at all?
I ducked two.
Now Kilik. Oh wow, we actually let Kilik in against Azwel and Soul Charge. Surprising.
To be fair, I think he did run out at the very end.
What the fuck, dude? This turn step is so bad.
Yeah. It's,
Also,
yeah.
also used to that.
I feel like we haven't seen. No, we have seen one Azwel before.
Yeah, there's one. There's a second one.
That stage being red is still kind of scary. Doesn't actually get anything off of the Soul Charge burst. So I'm kind of surprised that Manta kind of like let it lie.
Yeah, no, either of these characters gets the wall hit and they're out.
Ooh, fantastic punish. Well, that was just like a counter hit. Ah, decides to spend the bar. Okay. Yeah, that's not actually gonna do it. Yeah, he doesn't actually get a second wall bounce out of that. Oh no, that may be the only way you could have killed yourself. He did not need to spend bar. He actually gets more damage out of like not spending bar in a spot like that.
Yeah, he actually.
So that's interesting.
If he loses this.
Yeah, it'll be his fault. Yeah,
he actually
it's 100% his fault.
Yeah.
The regular combo does like basically half life there, Manta. You don't have to like add in additional juice to that sort of thing. And now we've got 1 bar versus 1 bar on like the last round. That heavily favors Azwel, but not if he gets 2-2-B for the ring out.
The real problem is that if he waited like a half second longer, he would have killed with the damage.
Nice soul attack. Good whip punish.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Oh, what the fuck?
Manta was so adamant about trying to sidestep that he was like, you know what, enough of this shit. But alright, that means he's out of soul charge.
Yeah.
Now my soul has a little bit more, if only he got that 2-2-B as a whip punish.
Oh, ducked another 3D! What? Using a meter to spin though. Oh.
Yeah, that's only catch on the ground. Like basically the only move Kilik has to actually catch on the ground.
So like I said, his Kilik, it's
I'm just playing
Manta.
bad, bro.
It's Manta, but
well,
he
stop
kinda
trying
knows.
to use one of the worst side steps in the game. That's just don't do that.
Also, just don't mash versus Soul. He has like an I-12, like 90 damage. Just
Not to mention, I find a lot of killers when they're in Soul Charge will tend to like mash RIs to try and get like a post GI situation on that too. So yeah, it's always best to like try to play as like stoically as possible. I think against Kilik and Soul Charge, he's gradually losing health anyway, you know. So
yeah, and a lot of his like his big moves are really slow on startup. So
yeah,
it's one
you
of those
can kind of
things-
play it that way if you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, without the movement, but it's I've done a lot of the just spacing and just waiting for him to try and charge a move and then kill him for it.
Still trying to like catch some of these side steps. Has a pretty good time getting a little bit of stage control.
Ooh, nice.
Catching him on the mash. If there's one way to beat Manta, that's the way it is. Just like wait for a move to whiff, and then even though you know that like a regular player would just block like the next hit, you don't have to worry about that here.
Only thing you got to worry about is the GI on whiff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You just wait.
Good, catching him rolling around the ground.
Ah, we decided to soul charge at us.
Okay.
No, I like this a lot, especially
Yeah.
if you're around up.
Not getting
Only
those.
some of these were 2-2-Bs for the lethal hit in some of these spots.
Oh, he just sends it.
That was terrifying.
Holy crap! He
Ends
just
up working out.
yeah.
Was he dead? I mean, Konmai wasn't dead on the punish, so you know.
Well, I mean, if the pillars would have hit, I think it would have just stuffed it, and then don't think
Yeah.
there's a combo after that. But the pillars do a lot.
They do. Also, I think the worst part would have been that if like the throwing swords gets stuffed, then you're just without a weapon.
Yes.
A lot of people whip punishing with soul attacks. That's an interesting thing to have happen 2 times. Ooh, that's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, there's that GI.
I think you have RE'd on every single.
Yep.
I have
all 3 of them.
all 3 of them.
Guys, just in case you don't know, the amount of damage that Kilik gets on a post GI is something like, if you don't re-GI, he gets something like 10 damage, and if you do re-GI, he gets something like 750 damage. So there's a real, like, big disparity in the reward that he gets, depending on which option you choose to post. Okay, I think he assumed that was going to be sidestep. It was reasonable to believe.
I think for most matchups, it's actually almost always better to just not re-GI.
It's always, yeah, it's
Unless
always.
unless you're like on really low health and like have to choose.
Yeah, even for like Sophie,
I mean,
it's the regi option is just not worth it because. Although I think the 1K hold still might beat out the A+B hold, but I don't know.
Konmai still having a little bit of trouble just trying to like eke out rounds. Manta trying to like really pull out this clutch factor, but putting himself at -12 is going to seal the deal against Azwel in sword. So it's going to be a matter of it's going to be a matter of switching to Voldo. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Damn.
You did it though.
I
Are you scared him off? Kilik question?
You beat the first banana.
I mean,
I have to fight second banana.
and as we all know, second banana is
Second
apparently
banana is a
the
lot
strongest.
stronger. It is the strongest banana.
Now that being said, this is still Azwel versus Voldo. This is still, I would think, a quite favorable matchup for Azwel.
Time to save the human race.
Yeah, but not favorable for Manta.
Not favorable
Nah.
against Manta, you mean?
Not fair. This is a hard one for me.
I've never played against Manta with Azwel. How do you guys think I would do?
I think you're more solid than I am, so you'd be fine. I just get
think-
confused.
I think Azwel, like, the fact that Manta can't really do, like, his anti-scroll stuff.
That and the fact that he can't
Because of,
punish
like,
any
6
minus
to
12
8.
stuff. Like, I feel like I don't actually know what the problem is whenever you don't have a weapon just to do pinwheel. Like, just, I feel like there's, like, virtually no risk in it whatsoever.
He's a little too early trying to catch swords. Catch him in the Manta stance. Oh, he's lucky he was out of range for that.
So many, there were so many different ways that situation could have gone differently. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Have to make sure that he doesn't get wrung out here. Yeah, that's exactly what Manta is looking
Nice.
for. And a fantastic 2-2B for a whip punish. We get more of those 2-2Bs as whip punishes. This match is going to be over pretty soon. Like, keeping him out with Spear, I think, is also pretty good against Voldo. He doesn't really have ways of punishing a lot of, like, the longer range stuff. And even if he does, it's like a 1A. Or, I mean, it's like a 2A.
Yeah, 2A is really Manta's main go-to punish, and not much else that Voldo can kind of get.
You kind of have
that's-
to. There's like,
yeah.
you know, that's the biggest weakness that Voldo has, is what puts him kind of in like the lower top. Fantastic duck and punish.
Wow!
That was a fantastic piece of anti-Voldo soul charge counterplay.
The more I think about it,
No.
the more I'm like,
Okay,
I think Manta went from a like probably maybe 50-50 matchup to like 20.
Really, I would have
This
thought
is
that
really bad.
Kilik did pretty poorly against Azwel. I don't know for sure, but I would have thought that matchup
Well,
was like similarly bad for like similar reasons.
Kilik has enough like bullshit mind game stuff to like get in, but this one,
Yeah, it
Azwel
was pretty
actually
good.
has a lot of tools to just beat almost everything Voldo has.
I would say this is probably one of the most lopsided matchups in the game. That's
Unlucky.
Oh man, almost an absolutely splendid whiff punish by Manta, but he could potentially get out of this. The problem is that he's going to have to deal with this Voldo, or this Azwel Soul Charge. But yeah, fantastic counterplay by Manta as well to keep himself in it.
yeah, Konmai, he did a lot really good, just a little bit of panic scramble at the air. At the end
Yeah,
there.
I got
It was
it.
a little bit too much such brilliance. It's clear that he was angling to beat it and beat that alone.
Oh, I won! I fucked up.
Oh yeah, he did win.
Oh, man.
Be like that. Boom, boom, boom.
But I mean, like, the gauge is yellow. That could potentially become a big deal if he left it. Wow, such brilliance again. Kind of surprising. Catching it.
Oh, that's it.
That
And that
move
should
is
do it.
perfect in this match.
Oh,
What? Wow. The statement drop into walk around towards the stage to ensure he gets an even higher chance of ringing you out into stuffing the CE. A very interesting set of events happened at the very end there. Konmai clearly trying to make a statement that Manta is trash. He thinks that he's trash, and he wishes nothing but the worst things about him.
I did it for Chunk.
Thanks. Appreciate
I know
it.
how you feel about this. Of how you feel about playing this guy, and I fucking hate it too. No, actually, I only did that genuinely because I've been trying to learn Mitsu, but the only way I can learn Mitsu is watch good players, and then I realized, oh, sometimes the best thing is to just do the thing that nobody expects. Sometimes it just means just reset like an idiot and go for it.
Let me ask you, when you play against Voldo, why don't you start like every round with just 6-6-A plus B?
6-6-A
Plus B.
Plus B.
plus B.
The pin.
Good question. One, I've tried it against him, and usually what happens is he'll just like, he knows that like I want to get a weapon really fast, so he'll typically mash something. So it's not so much
Like
that
what?
like I'm worried about like any button. He knows that like I'll like try to like A check him. So if I do anything slower, it's not so much that I'm worried about his lack of block punishment. I just don't want to be like, ah, shit, I don't have a weapon. So I typically go for 2-2K just to get some distance and then also see what he does. So yeah, that's really it. I
Yeah,
should
when
be
I
disrespecting him more.
played Azwel against Voldo, I started the round with
every round with 6/6A plus B. And when I played Voldo against Blue, that's what he did to me as well. And I really don't know what Voldo is supposed to do really all that much about it.
Kilik Mitsu. I wanted to do it, but I was like thinking about it, I was like, I didn't play Mitsu earlier either. I just kind of maybe I'm a liar, but I've actually been playing Mitsu. It's just like I've been only labbing it. I don't actually play it. So we'll see how that goes.
You know what I need to do? I need to put down Starfield, like possibly for good,
are you enjoying it?
I don't know. I should probably practice SoulCalibur because that game, SoulCalibur, is getting far more frustrating and causing me more problems, and Starfield is just kind of mid.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, if you're down to play, I'm down. Like tomorrow.
I am. We're just never on at the same time.
Yeah, well, you know me. I'm always like goofing off and not like playing SoulCalibur. I'm always playing like Armored Core or anything but fucking SoulCalibur because like I've been
SoulCalibur.
I want to play it more,
Yeah,
but honestly,
you don't have that mod.
I don't have any mods, especially not that one.
Yeah, listen.
I don't have that mod in SoulCalibur or in real life.
We don't need the Caliber Riona mod, please.
Oh gosh. Also, shouts out to Max77 and Dreamer for putting $20 each. We're at $60 in the Matcherino.
Yo, what the
and
hell?
we haven't even used half the codes.
We haven't milked Casino yet.
$60 for what is this? Like a 9-man bracket? 10?
Yeah, 10. It's pretty good.
12, but only if you count Fair Mantra. So it looks like this is going to be winner semis. The other side of winner semis, Konmai has to play against the winner of this, Lucian versus Xephukai.
Yeah.
Now, we have seen these two play a handful of times. Lucian, I believe, has beaten Zeph's Cassandra, which is probably his 3rd or 4th best character. This is exceedingly tougher, not just as a matchup, but as, like, you know, a player matchup as well. So we'll see how this goes.
Also, congrats, Konmai, for making winners final.
Yay.
Wait, what?
You did it. I'm telling you, man.
Anyway, I'm just gonna watch this game. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out what. I don't even know what to set the stage for with this one because it's just like I saw Lucian go to start his offense, caused a couple pokes, but it doesn't seem like it's really changing the flow of the match that much. Zeph already took control.
Yeah, Zeph has a very specific way of playing against Amy that I've experienced, and I appreciate like the kind of counterplay that he ends up going for. Lucian kind of freaking out at the very end there, but he ended up getting like two roses, which is not really all that great. The kind of metric that I always tend to say is that if you lose the first round as Amy, but you got 3 red roses, that's kind of a tie. If you lost the round, but you got your entire set of red, then you're actually kind of ahead. 2, not so much. And it really seems like Zeph is bringing in some kind of like a small, awkward kind of style, which, when Amy doesn't have red, means that Xianghua can heavily outdamage the character. Now that we do have red, Amy can, 1, outdamage the opponent up close, and 2, can lame Xianghua out as well, if he so chooses.
Oh, speaking of
boy.
Amy, as like an Amy main, what's your thoughts on 4-4-B?
I don't like it.
I really like that.
No, it does not go far enough, and I don't like the frames on it. It's kind of linear. It also pales in comparison to what I used to use in SE5 as Mitsu's 4B, which is his 2A plus B in this game.
I feel like I've had a lot of success with like people use sometimes, just like doing 4-4-B and getting the EA.
Because you know,
Yeah,
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I must have them like a little bit up, but yeah, if I have any problems with somebody mashing on me as Amy, then I don't really have to delve too deep to find an additional option to deal with it. I don't have to go as risky as that, I find.
Okay.
I mean, Lucian is playing this very calm and calculated. At this point, once he has red, he can just kind of do essentially this. One of the things that's also very good in this matchup is the fact, now it is important to note that Lucian is dead to Xianghua's CE, so that's always like the main killer here. Ah, there it goes. Oh, we're playing greedy? Ooh,
Yeah.
so greedy.
Let's go for an econ round.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to make that kind of a... But, one of the biggest nerfs that Amy got in the very last patch of this game is the fact that 4AA became -4. It meant that a lot of characters now had options to try and chase Amy down post 4AA on hit. Xianghua was not one of those characters. She still does not really have a strong approach option, even at -4, just due to the amount of pushback that the move has. And so you can still kind of slam it down her throat to the point where she's forced to try and block it. Or potentially do a jump B, which is another kind of risk that Xeph tends to go with. And yeah, a little bit too much from Lucian, forcing him to lose this game, but still very, very close. I think it was just a matter of Xeph found spots where he was able to catch a level of jumpiness, I guess, a little bit of panic and desperation from Lucian, and just kind of play the exact same kind of like calm and collected style. A lot of 2-2-Bs at the very end, despite the fact that he hasn't really introduced the threat of like a potential grab or something.
He hit him with a big mental breaker though. Like I think when Lucian went up for a pretty seemingly random like 1B, he got like 9B immediately, and so like after that I could tell like he sort of staggered his offense level more because he's like, oh man, this guy's in my head.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, Xeph, and I feel like there's another person that I see do this all the time, and I'm forgetting the name, but both as Cassandra and as Xianghua, he uses jump B to such an incredible, like, accuracy against Amy, and it's really tough to beat. Like, you really have to be Johnny on the spot with getting some of the whiff punishes on jump Bs, which is really not the easiest thing in the world to pull off. And, yeah, that can be very, very tough. But Lucian already got 4 red roses, has a huge amount of meter. These jump Bs are killer, though. Whew. Okay. Getting the first round and 4 red, sure, your gauge is yellow, but really, who cares, right?
Yeah, it's Xianghua. She's not going to guard crush at all.
Really just a matter of if Xianghua can actually pull off enough jump Bs. And, you know, on counter hit, that thing does a lot of damage. To try and counteract the amount of 4-4-As that are happening. I'm surprised that the tech crouch, or the crouch grab didn't work on 2-2-B. Typically it does.
Okay, goes for the lows, going for highs again, stopping movement. Oh, interesting choice.
Yeah, a lot of like threading the needle here. Very good spacing and timing by Xeph overall. Little tiny poke, catching a good solid hit. That was actually, honestly, a mad risky block. You know that if Lucian had done 3B, he was dead, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, like that was actually insane defense.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Either 3B or 2-2-B, he was dead. But okay, Amy has a lot of meter here. Oh, another fantastic. Doesn't get a punish, but Xeph slowly but surely is figuring out some of these hits here. Getting like a GI, like he's got all this like very vintage kind of counterplay. And Xeph is playing this out really, really well. Got the soul attack from Lucian. Yeah, Crybaby is going to beat that kind of setup, yeah. It's important to note Amy has like maybe the best punish in the game for Crybaby on block.
Okay, backs off. Was to the storm a little bit, but now chopping him like is a 4-8.
Oh no, the exact thing that he didn't want to get hit by.
Oh, he lived! You saved him! You saved him!
Oh, is he dead still?
I think the dream? Yeah, he's gone.
He's either dead or dead to the Oki.
Yeah. Oh, but that's crazy. I can't believe that.
That was really rough. The 6BB in a spot like that.
Actually, good block.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! An inch away from dropping the combo too. Gee whiz, that was so scary. That's really hilarious.
Unbelievable.
What a read too. Because if he missed it, he would have died. Could have gone.
He was like dead 3 times.
Just decided to like he decided to bet the whole thing on like the 50-50 there. It makes sense, like in that close of a scenario, absolutely. Right. Plus you're like up around now, which means you can spend your bar more freely, and yeah. The winner of that round was really important. Oh, if only he had the pick terms.
Oh, okay.
Good GI. Excellent RE.
Dude.
Wow, goes for BA. Just
I wonder if he had done BBB. Oh, he's almost dead to a CE, so this is pretty tough.
What accident! Oh my god!
What is this?
No, dude!
What is happening?
Lucian
is he dead?
No, he's not dead.
Holy! Oh my god!
Wow.
Bro, someone's been hanging out with Incendiate too much.
Oh my god!
Lucian,
that was just
like I already knew that he was getting very nervous by the fact that he almost dropped the combo in the low parry on the last round, but boy oh boy, he is having such a hard time just keeping his composure, man. He hasn't spent bar yet. He really needs to find an opportunity to spend it.
Like now?
At this point, yeah, like you just have to, because you're dead to a CE, so like it doesn't, you know.
We'll see.
It also sucks that he hasn't had Wow,
That actually punished. That's crazy.
Well, it didn't punish, it was a counter hit, because 6 is only -8. But yeah, it is a perfectly fine read for Xeph to pull something like that off, because there has been so many opportunities where 6xp on block or on hit, Lucian is not able to hit confirm it. He's not going for the full string of 6xBA, so he's having like a real rough time with that.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. Scratch my glasses.
Is that the full set?
Yeah. That was the full set, 2-1, 2-0.
Wow, I could have sworn that was only... But I thought that... Oh, right, we're still in Winter Semis. I thought that was finals.
Yeah,
so tragically, Winners Finals is me, question mark?
Yeah, you against Zeph, huh? Remember what we said
luck,
the last
buddy.
time that you played against Zeph?
Oh, I forgot, actually.
Well, that's too bad.
Damn.
Good luck, buddy.
It's okay.
The next time, I would recommend remember.
That next time, I'll remember.
But hey,
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
Oh.
Man, that was really... That
was
whole
tragic.
series, the second to last round was really rough. Because at any point, if Lucian was able to hit confirm the 6xB, or even take a bet on the 6xB hit and do like a 6xB A and just pull off the game there, then he would have been fine. Then I was going to comment on the fact that there were 3 post-GI scenarios that Zeph put him in that whole set, and Lucian was right about all of them, thus virtually guaranteeing that Zeph wasn't going to get a huge comeback factor. But then to have a taunt as your duck punish on a grab, that stinks, man.
Yeah.
That was a stinker Rooney.
That was emotional trauma, the experience right there.
Emotional damage.
That was the... God, I do not envy being in that position.
Well,
So
speaking of...
that was close and compact enough to lead me to believe that he'll do fine the next time that those two play.
I think he's going back to losers. He's coming back to losers. He's playing exquisitely, to be honest. All right, well, it's me again, so here we go, I guess.
Oh, so you're playing against Zeph now?
Yeah, I got to play against Zeph. So, this is the first time I've ever played a long set with the guy.
So Zeph is actually staying on the thing, okay. JoHow goes 2-1 over Archgraves. That's kind of an upset.
Wow, what? That is a
Yeah.
massive upset. Wow. Good.
So you got
good
Lucian
JoHow.
and ViolinPhantom in losers' quarters, along with Manta and JoHow. Manta and JoHow would be hilarious.
Oh, Manta JoHow would just be like this insane game. I can just imagine like they're all like playing chicken in neutral for like 6 hours, and eventually, whatever. I'm just gonna A/B like full screen. It's gonna hit like what, like Manta on the way in on Mantis or something nuts. Like that's just the way I can imagine it going.
Azwel.
100% how your match went.
I'm looking forward to
No
this.
way. That's great. All right, well, here we go, I guess.
Who do you think he's going to play?
Xianghua.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about that.
I had no doubts.
Well, sometimes, Zeph plays other characters.
He does have a Kilik, and it's actually really interesting. 'Cause-
Kilik and Cass would probably be like the two characters that are kind of like weird hair up your ass kind of moments.
Yeah.
You battle one. Fight.
Alright, probably a stage that favors Azwel more than X. A spot like this. It's a good punish on the with GI, so setting a tone very early. No GIs here. Okay, no GIs for either player, really.
Can I stop the movement after the 2-2B? The 6-6B whiffs on
Yeah.
Oki, though.
Yeah, a little bit too. Well, it was kind of like delayed Oki, right? Because he was angling for like the ring out,
Yeah.
and I feel like Zeph was able to fish it out in time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Some of these 3As are pretty good though.
Yeah, Zeph
Catching, like,
is...
the jumps.
Zeph is really good at forcing you to really be tight on your Oki and just completely like disrupting any fancy tricks you do.
Kind of wish we had like a full crouch 3B to deal with that. Oh, but that's gonna do it, right? No, it's not. I lied.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
convert.
the first time he goes for the axe low, so he's been 100% because all of those other opportunities where he caught Zeph jumping in the air and Konmai caught him with 3A, that was because Zeph was reading an axe low. So fantastic mix-up read so far. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, good
What
dog.
fantastic counterplay and damage for that. That was crazy.
Doesn't finish the string this time, but no punish. Oh, another tech crouch.
Wow, like look at the amount of damage he's getting with some of these. It's crazy. You're gonna have to start going with like BBs. To be a little bit too slow.
Throw, not
That's
quite
gonna
dead.
just about do it. A jump B. I don't feel like that's what he wanted.
Yeah, interesting.
Wow, the B4 also didn't catch whatsoever.
Wow. Weird.
Whoa! Oh.
Very interesting choices, but overall it really seems like Xeph is just leaning on the idea of dealing with these highs with tech crouches. So he's really trying to just defeat Sword Azwel by being a little jumping bean. Ah. Ooh. Well, you died. It's always important to note that you can kind of pseudo-rely on Xianghua players doing 4K at the wall. It's like her best way of getting ring outs in that situation, or getting wall bounces more often than not. And
Yeah.
that tends to be like the only time that you see that move ending up being used. Trying to whip punish a grab with a grab, not really the best case scenario though. If we start getting full craft 3Bs in those spots, boy howdy.
Oh, good duck, but a little late on the
Yeah.
punish.
Just trying to get it. It's just a little bit too slow. Wow, I feel like that's not what Xeph wanted, but that's the way it is. So Soul Charge by Azwel. Wow, that beats jumping up into the air. Crazy pants. Yeah, he does end up getting the lethal hit, but he did have to spend his entire Soul Charge for that exchange. Oh, Six's BB is crazy.
Yeah, several hits, retracts really crazy. Tries to do the 7A. Oh.
Oh boy. A lot of weird shenanigans going on in that game.
That was crazy. I didn't know that like 8A plus B does not have jumping frames at frame 1. Like even
Yeah,
close.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
That being said, I feel like couldn't you have done like jump B, I think?
Well, honestly, I'm kind of, to be honest, my brain, I think in that I was worried about whiffing because it has weird, kind of weird.
I hope
But
that's
9B would
written
be
on your
choice.
tombstone. To be honest, my brain.
You will battle one. Fight.
Man, Konmai is so good at setting up like a lot of these like whiff punish opportunities with like, but he's not getting the 2-2B off of them. He's only getting like single B, which is unfortunate. If you fully optimize all of those, crazy. These tech crouches are money by Xeph. I feel like that's going to be the tail of the tape so far, just the way he's been dealing with all these highs.
Yeah, I mean, Konmai hasn't been doing. Ooh, good punish on that. He hasn't been doing much off of like the 2-2B or the K mix-up. He just keeps going for the high, and Xeph just keeps the tech crouch option.
Well, it's also, yeah, it's also like just in neutral. It's like all like the neutral opportunities. Fantastic block and a fantastic punish that Xeph does not respect. Because he didn't have to get hit by the full string there, I don't think. So good on Konmai.
Maybe banking on the late punish possibly. Oops, there's a regular punish.
A little bit too much. Oh, gave it a good old college try with like the non-weapon 2-2B to try and bait out a grab. Way too many sword ABs. Xeph's just kind of like watching him hang himself. Decides not to spend the bar. Xeph being a greedy little piggy with his meter, but it's okay because he had full life. So
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's not whiff punishable. Sucks.
now he had to be faster than that, you know. Xianghua, definitely one of those characters that recovers on whip so much faster than one would expect.
Yeah. Gets the axe low. Goes back into sword.
Right back in the sword, yeah. Sons of sword. We're just doing mono swords today.
Dumb.
I feel like at this point, whoa, yeah, way too much.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, the Azwel would have to spend bar. Because like the second that you're dead to Xianghua CE, I feel like there's no real reason to hold on to meter in a situation like that. Because you're going to be dead to any unit's guess. And that's just too much to handle. Too hot to handle, if you will. I'm like really trying to pack on layers of mix-ups and timings and stuff, and Xeph is just simply not fighting. He gets a 2-2B lethal hit, so here we go. Yeah, trying to beat out that crybaby, beats out the auto GI instead.
Oh, nice jump! Oh.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh, he's dead. No, he's not.
Indian port. Indian.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
no.
he's dead.
Indian port.
Fuck.
Oh, okay, because it's like a slightly bigger character.
That was in a different.
Oh man. You tried to get so many of these whiff punishes and they were just not in store for you. That being said, I feel like offline,
Just
a
so
lot of
sorry.
those whiff punishes would be successful, so you can always have that as a feather in your cap.
I just gotta. I don't know. I gotta stop ABing. I can
Some
build
of
up
these
to it.
ABs are bad, but some of them, to the ones where you're attempting to use it as a whiff punish, I don't think in general that's a bad idea. It just might not be good right here on this Parsec connection.
Battle 1. Fight.
Trying to play this super slow. I mean, it's the appropriate style that Konmai would want to have. The problem is, it's like Xeph just like has these tech crouches, dude. This kind of Azwel counterplay is so crazy good right now. It's packing on so much damage.
Yeah, I mean it's where it works. I mean, especially against Konmai and keeps trying to use the high end. Azwel players don't really want to use the BB too much. You don't get much off of it.
Yeah, it feels like it's gonna be necessary at this point because just like the amount of damage that you're. Or you can just try to sidestep, but you know it's Azwel sidestep. So like, how often can you rely on something like that? You know?
Yeah. I can see
Not move there.
Yeah, I can see why staying in the sword kind of makes a lot of sense because again, Xeph plays very sticky with Xianghua, so when she's up in your face
You want
that
something
close,
to get off of you,
yeah, you want the fast move, you want the easy 2-2B punish.
Haha! There it is. There's an option that beats the tech crouches. It doesn't do anywhere near the same amount of damage that Xeph gets if he's right, but you know, what are you gonna do? Is jump A, is 8A actually -10? I didn't know that. Huh, yeah, let's look at this.
Ooh, good dog. Oh, throw punish. It's broken. Okay, yeah, soul charge.
Okay, Azwel soul charge. Yeah, he just decides to challenge it. Xeph has so much life that he doesn't really care about challenging and being wrong about one spot or this spot. Yeah, he's willing to sacrifice all of this life. Actually, oh boy,
Almost
he's dead
literally.
to an Axo now. He's dead to any. Oh, that sucks if it was jump B. I don't think it would have killed, but it would have caught.
Yeah, I think
That's
Konmai was,
tough. That's a
Konmai was
tough
waiting for that 2-2B to come out.
Yeah.
Which again, Xeph hasn't been using it too much because he's been seeing it and he's in sword, and 2-2B can be punished by sword.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice jump B. Oh, the timing!
Yeah, some of these times have been pretty killing, so that's not dead just yet, but now he's like basically dead to a CE, and that's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe not. He's in blue.
Ooh,
Both players are in blue.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna guess 3. Okay, well I would have been right, but not on the correct one.
Claim victory.
And that would have been a tough comeback to make. Xeph just overall playing like a super solid spacing game and just keeping it cool, calm, and collected overall. Those tech crouch reads were really some crazy business. I really feel like that was the main reason why the results were so lopsided. Because like the sheer, I wasn't aware of the sheer amount of damage that X is pulling off in some of those spots. It's crazy.
Oh man.
I mean, that was
pain.
that was the biggest
I mean,
complaint
like, I'm
from season
learning
1,
from
right?
it. I mean, like, I fixed up some Oki stuff, but yeah, it's just AB, you gotta cut that out. And I don't know.
Again, I don't know if I necessarily agree, just in the sense of like
Like
a
turn
lot of
trading, I
those
shouldn't
short
do it.
ABs with regards to the whip punishes would work in a if like the reaction time was there. Honestly, I feel like the biggest problem, like the biggest mistake, where there were 3 opportunities where you ducked a grab and you punished with a grab. That's pretty bad news.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll see what I can.
If you
'Cause
have to
he's
pick
got good
one
wall
thing
rising
to fix,
options.
like that would be my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. I'll work on it. That
Obviously,
stings.
always good not to whip punish a grab with a grab. Almost in like 90% of all scenarios.
Yeah.
Whip
there's not much-
punishing in general with a grab is bad because it's the only thing that the opponent can still defend against.
Yeah. Man, playing Xeph is such a weird experience because you're like, I think I know what I'm doing, and then I like, I won't block it. I'm like, damn, because
Yeah.
the pace of the game is a lot faster than
It's
what you're used
fast,
to.
but it's also like mad awkward, right? Like
Yeah.
Xeph is really good at mixing up a level of timing to where you never truly feel comfortable. And I've always found that like real tippy top players are able to come up with a rhythm to the point where you can never feel like you get into like a cruise control type of mode. You never
Yeah.
feel like you get into any kind of set play, and it forces you to make decisions over and over again, which then or forces the players or gives them more opportunities to overextend and unintentionally reveal the weaknesses that they have.
Yeah, it's crazy too because like there was a sequence that I literally have watched Xeph do like 1,000 times, which is like I think it's like 6-6B counter hit into like 6A, and like he's doing is saying, hey, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move every single time. And I've seen that sequence like a million times, and I still ran into it because I'm watching it happen in like real time, and I'm like, wait, why did I like automatically choose to move there when like my brain's literally screaming, he's going for a high, like right now, like it's 100% going to happen. But yeah, it's just, and it's because like he's always layering all this like not shit, but like just so much decision making on top of you.
Yeah.
And especially when he gets like damage off of places where you're just like, huh? Wait, that's a thing? Because that's where I was getting like flustered. I'm just like, man, like I just did not anticipate this would be a place where not only did I lose my turn, but now I'm like really on the back foot. And yeah,
The Zeph mental stack is real.
it's really real. I've experienced it real time. Very fascinating. It's always fun to. It's not fun to experience it, but it's interesting when you do experience it because you're like, oh, I could beat this guy. It's like, I don't know, man. Are you really like sure about that?
Yeah, in a way, and I don't mean this disparagingly, but when one watches that playing a game like that, it doesn't necessarily have the look of being impressive. Like it always feels like you have the opportunity to play the game, right?
Yeah.
But there's just so much more involved in it when you're actually the person in the thick of it. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of in the thick of it,
yeah, this is Manta versus Lucian. It looked like Manta wanted to start off with some like crazy cool stuff, but Lucian wasn't aware that's what we were doing, and so he had this very delayed reaction to like, oh well, I guess he wants to do that. Well, I wasn't made privy to this information, so I don't know about this.
oh my god, everybody is just taking this guy out to lunch with the 1B punishes. Ugh.
Kind of surprising. I thought that wall rising B was too slow for that.
I thought so too,
Oh,
but
wow, and that is definitely not supposed to work. 4-6K from Amy is already saved to everybody in the cast, so I'm quite surprised that ended up being the way that it was.
big claps, okay. 2PP, nice. Good spacing.
The main thing that can always get Amy and a lot of characters in trouble in a situation like this is when you try to get Oki on a character like Voldo when he's on the ground, because you always assume that you have force blocks and certain setups where Voldo can kind of avoid all of those. So the more often that you try to establish traditional Oki against a character like this, the worse that it's going to be for you. You kind of have to... You're forced to play like recent... Wow! Getting a whip punish like that on 6A of all things? Crazy.
That's lightning speed. Oh, wow. Goes for the read.
Yeah, you tried it. I like it.
I respect it. He went for it. Oh, whip punish. Damn.
Both bars. Really wants to make sure that Amy does not get her full set of roses as much as possible. Makes sense.
Okay, here we go. CRK. All right.
Still in Soul Charge.
Ooh.
Yes, that was the real sucky thing about that, is that Voldo was still in Soul Charge on top of things. So he ended up spending all of his meter, but it ended up not mattering. It is important to note that that grab is a high.
Yeah, you can just duck it. Yeah.
That's on most of them, yeah.
Okay, well, nice. Threads the needle a little bit.
Man, constantly Lucian is getting these 2-2-Bs, but they're always on air hits, so he's never getting the full combo. Now, in an air hit like that, you can get 4BB, but it is tough to read that sort of thing.
Oh, does that blow up a Voldo back roll? Because that's huge.
4BB?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Once you have Red Rose, Amy's 4BB can really force Voldo to now treat, like, when they're on the ground as traditional Oki, and you really have to stuff it down their throat kind of a lot. On top of that, it's only -12, and so Voldo's punish is not particularly impressive. Yeah. So you can put a lot of force block situations where Voldo is used to being able to, like, skitter away.
Nice, gets the run up.
Soul attack, I like that. Oh, tries to go for like the bait. Oh, gets the huge tech trap too. This is going to do a massive amount of damage.
Holy crap.
Into the force block. Oh, we don't go for the force block. No, it's not that fun.
Oh. Okay, get some Mantis.
It's the GI. That's always Manta's go-to. Gotta play it a little bit more cautiously. That's a non-jailing high, actually.
Man.
Oh, he's trying to outstance him. Doesn't get a whip punish. Doesn't get a whip punish again. Really wanted to go for a high as his way of punishing Mantis Troll. A little bit scary.
That was the... I wonder if he was like, wait, I pressed A, shoot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. 2 bars to 1. So now just weathering the Guard Crush storm of this character in Soul Charge can be a bit scary. Yeah, you're kind of forced to block that kind of stuff. Now you got to step duck in a spot like that. Backing up is going to be no mas. But now we've got 1 bar to 1 bar, so he decides to be the first person to spend it. I assume Manta's looking for... Oh, never
There
mind.
it is.
I thought that Manta was going to be looking for a CE opportunity, but I guess not. He just wants to mitigate the Yeah, can't use 4AA in a spot like that. Ooh, he rolls it! I'm surprised he was able to.
I think he delayed it a little bit. Woo!
Lucian caught with 3A, and then caught Manta's movement with 6-6B, and thought, if I catch him with 3A again, this means that Manta will respect me, and he was wrong. He was wrong to assume that Manta would do such a crazy, wild and crazy thing, like respecting Amy at plus 10.
Yeah, how dare he?
How dare,
How dare
he?
you assume?
The problem is that, like, you know, Lucian is getting, like, the 6-6Bs, but he's not getting the full extension even when he's right. So he's only getting 6-6B, which is not impressive damage. 6-6BA into, like, a mix-up or a 4BB, that would really be... That would be enough damage to potentially condition an opponent into a different kind of decision. Kind of surprising that 2-2B ended up catching there, but it ends up catching. And that's another way that Amy can potentially get something.
Oh my god, no way! He is cracked out, man. Oh.
Yeah, I assume this is something that Manta does against most opponents. He's pretty great at it, at doing like the jump backs into a 66B as a whip punish. He really gets a lot of mileage on that against Amy, at least, in my experience.
Yeah, his jump's actually kind of long, so he's actually incentivized. Whenever you get hit, you're like, well, okay, I got air hit. I don't take any damage, and then I get to roll away.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that it's an air hit too, which, as we've seen, has been really difficult for Lucian to try and deal with.
Man, this is a warmed-up Manta. This is scary. Okay, going for the...
Wow, he didn't go for the
he's
full
dead.
extension. I would have gotten caught. Yeah. And this is the other tough thing, is that Lucian has had a dickens of a time trying to get roses in a lot of these spots, too.
Yeah, he's on 2, and he's down 2, so it's a...
It's the same
Probably
thing in
like
like the
worst-case
previous game too. Yeah, these hop backs are really trying to kill it for him. And see, like, you know, Manta's totally comfortable making a lot of those kinds of, like, what one would consider risky decisions by doing jumps and stuff like that, because the most he's eating is like 6BB into like AMS mix, which he'll just mash out of again. It's just not enough damage to condition anybody.
Yeah, that, and I think he has his confidence because he's getting a lot of extra damage off Oki. He's been having like 2-3 turns extra in a lot of situations.
Lucian went for AMS A and spot like that. I feel like this Soul Charge is going to spell doom for him. Okay. Oh, could have gotten a rose there.
These techniques breathe life into me. Here.
Okay,
Yeah,
stays on the ground.
Stay on the ground. Like, it's,
that's so
it's
messed
not.
up.
Once you're in a spot like that, it's kind of checkmate. Amy doesn't have. Amy has like AMS A plus B or KAB in a spot like that, but like it's not going to beat Voldo back roll in a spot like that. So it's like, that's mad tough. Not being able to get to really play the game. That's what ends up happening sometimes when you play Amy, is that you just get rose starved.
Yeah. Now the econ. Oh man, I gotta play now. Not much commentary for me tonight.
You're playing against Manta, I assume.
Yeah. This is.
So you've already done this, so you should be fine.
Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. You know what's kind of sad is that I actually.
What's kind of sad, Konmai?
I actually did have like a goal. I think I said it on Twitter at some point that I was gonna get first to third at one of these, and this is not how I wanted it to be. Like genuinely, I just wanted to be a scary player, not like, oh, I fluked my way to the top because Vera Munchers had to do something, you know?
I gotta tell you, man. At least in my experience, that's how most people feel when they start placing in tournaments.
Yeah.
They never actually feel like they're good players. They just feel like they imposter syndrome their way to the top.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I got a buy. I literally got a buy, and I got a free round.
Okay, here, Konmai, I have advice.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up and play.
I'm gonna play, bro. I'm gonna play. I should have played Mitzi. I was fucking stupid.
Do I gotta put $20 down on Manta? Do I gotta bring up the old motivation?
That's not the same as Joba doing it to me, you know? it's a little bit different.
I mean, just do the same thing that you did before. You should be fine, right?
Yeah,
Just do
whatever
this-
that was.
Yeah, just do the same
Yeah,
thing.
I guess
but,
I just had the Sona. I'm gonna shut up now. Play.
Yeah, but don't do the one thing that make you lose. Just don't do the one thing that made you lose. You'll be good, right? Right?
Yeah, something
Told
like that.
him, BPC, with all due respect, you did tell Konmai to shut up, and you said it multiple times, and then you asked him a question. And I don't think that that's very fair.
Am I ever fair?
Now you're asking me questions. I feel like you're being very unfair right now. Man, all of these sword ABs from Konmai just like not hitting their mark. You're
wrung out here.
Yeah, he's looking for it.
Yeah, and I appreciate the fact that you just simply like roll to the side. And
Oh no!
Oh wow, Manta, heavy disrespect there. That's one of the other things that I think is so killer about this match. Remember how we were talking about how much Amy's Oki, and a lot of characters' Oki just gets decimated by the fact that Voldo can just simply backroll it? You can't do that against Azwel 66B. Like, even Voldo is forced to block that in most situations. So, like, he's also forced to deal with traditional Oki in a lot of spots, which is kind of like a weaker thing for him to have to deal with. Ooh, fantastic whip punish.
Okay, yeah, goes for the combo, goes for it again, gets a reset on it.
That was like a full additional 80 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Catching him out of the air.
Yeah,
Catching me out again. With all due respect, like, if Manta loses this, it's gonna be his fault.
No.
No, it's gonna be not enough. Yeah. Oh, nothing!
Okay, okay.
Oh boy, nobody knows how to whip punish right now. This is crazy.
The tension is high.
Yeah, but he does have throwing swords. I really feel like that was a relatively straightforward choice.
I mean, you're very correct in that. Okay.
Voldo Flow CE is pretty heavily punishable. You don't have to be like too airtight with it, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a luxury.
Yeah. Power.
And decides instead of Weathering Storm, just press Soul Charge. Makes sense to me.
And
you know what?
looking
Like,
for it.
that's very well timed and everything, but like, I feel like if you're in Konmai's position, that's totally fine, right? If you're like 2 bars up, you still have some Soul Charge. Like, I don't know. Like, even if you lose this round, I don't really think it's like that big of a deal.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, Manta's just very comfortable spending meter, like, whenever he feels it most optimal in general, even if it's not really that optimal. He just likes to use the meter. That
Oh no, he
out.
died. Oh, very close.
Yeah.
Konmai getting hit by some unusual things here. Yeah, 66B kind of doing its work. I kind of wish that Konmai didn't back himself up to the ring edge again. That was pretty scary. Yeah, he kind of was the architect of his own disaster there. He had the opportunity to try and change this positioning, he just didn't. But that being said, we do have 2 bars to basically 1.5.
Oh, yeah, that's Manta yells at me for that all the time. You can tech after
Literally none of that was a combo. You saw like the different life chunk bars being taken out there. Wow, did you see that? That was pretty... Now you do have to worry about that CE tech that we saw from Manta before. Like, you still have to be worried about it.
Ooh.
Oh, okie
Hell just
Oh, again?
Wow. Yeah, these 9As, not so much, right? Voldo on the ground is pretty slippery. It's pretty difficult to try and catch him.
He's a slippery little roly-poly. Oh, nice!
Actually gets a 2-2 lethal hit, dude. That's so surprising.
That was really good. Soul Charge ends, goes to the disco kicks. Oh!
Catches the side set. That should do it. It doesn't? There's no way, right? Yeah. I can't remember what weapon I had at the end there, but that was tough.
Yeah. Oh, I think Manta had to go for the stop there because I think if he whiffed the Mantis like lurch forward, I think he can bring himself out with that. So he didn't want to take the risk. I think that's why he stopped that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Makes sense.
If I remember correctly. Oh, counter hit by the head turn charge. Yeah, it's not good to stay on the ground against Mantis.
I'm gonna say that Konmai has lost somewhere between 5 and 6 trillion life in that one game alone just because he wanted to stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, he has eaten so much damage, and with all due respect, I don't really think that Voldo's mix-ups, mid-low mix-ups, are really, like, that powerful, to where, like, you have to be terrified of them as you're getting up off of the ground. I don't really get that.
Not in Mantis. Definitely not in Mantis.
I don't even think, like, standing. Like, it's not really like his lows are really all that impressive, right? I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, goes with a BB instead of the B4.
Ooh.
A lot of sword stuff, but once again, these 66B whiff punishes really getting a lot of money for Manta right now. Always difficult to remember that when it's face forward, the Mantis hit is a low. Like a true low. And now he has to deal with this Guard Crush, so it's going to be a matter of like, okay. So yeah, it really seems like Konmai is getting caught up with a lot of these odd situations of Voldo lying on the ground. He's going for like untreated, like he's gonna have to go for things like Axe Low and 66B, the stuff that Voldo still has to worry about when he's on the ground. Doing all this extra stuff is just stuff that Manta is used to evading, with being able, like, you know, when Voldo's on the ground, his hurt box basically evaporates, and so it kind of becomes a very traditional scenario for Voldo.
Good time.
Yeah, there you go. Like,
yeah.
if you just do stuff like that, that's what you have to do. You don't have any options of getting creative there.
Hard walking a little bit too much.
Oh, he's
Got
got
him
him out.
back in the corner. Okay, nice.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Very good.
It was GI or die. That was that was the situation for Manta in a spot like that.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 bars yet again. Lots of meter for everybody around.
Oh, that whiffs. I guess it's a high.
Spacing on that.
Couldn't 4-4B still caught there? I wonder why he's not using 4-4B. Ooh, the auto GI. Ah, Such Brilliance getting caught up yet again. I feel like Manta hasn't really fallen for it at all, and he's gotten so much damage out of those spots. See, this is what you needed to do. Just, like, get up and block, you know?
Alright, 6SP again. Alright, Manta just kind of weathering out. Doesn't want to deal with the soul charge. There's Such Brilliance again.
Such Brilliance actually works that time. I'm kind of surprised. Whoa, that is not what he wanted to do. There's no way in hell that's what he wanted to do.
I think he thought...
over half of his life for it.
I think he thought the soul charge was still going. That's going to kill.
Yeah, but he was so far away that even, like, the burst, I don't think would have been valuable. Like, I feel like you still would have been in a similar spot. But definitely putting yourself at, like, minus 85 would be pretty rough.
And especially, again, yeah, whiffing against a head-turn Voldo who gets a giant lethal hit off that whiff.
Yeah. From across the screen, no less.
Yeah, he zooms. Alright, they're going to keep the stage. I think that's fine. Manta actually does prefer walls, so...
I think this has a perfectly reasonable stage for... But that being said, I feel like Manta has gotten more out of the stage position than Konmai has.
Yeah.
Wow,
oh my gosh,
that is a lot of guard damage.
Yeah, jeez.
Alright, well, he got out of there. He's in Axe, I think, right?
There we go.
Ah, no, he was in Swords. Never mind.
Now he's in Axe.
20 seconds of the first round. What is that?
Yeah,
I mean, if
Voldo's-
you end up blocking a whole bunch of stuff, then it's really rough. I feel like he got caught in Axe where he doesn't really have a lot of opportunities to try and poke out of stuff like that. So it ended up working out well. See, that's the kind of stuff that you need to do to beat out Manta whipping into a GI. Wow, fantastic duck. Yeah, he's just going to do little tiny stuff. I appreciate the attempt by Konmai. He realized that Manta was just mashing in his face when he was in Axe, so he tried to, like, use an Axe string to get himself in Sword so that that wouldn't work as much anymore, but at that point it was just too little too late.
Gets the Axe low. His guard's still in yellow, so recovering a little bit.
Yeah, but the second that Manta presses Soul Charge, then it's going to be, like, rough situation. That was not a punish, by the way. So that's a Soul Charge, makes sense.
Not the best idea for Oki, I guess. Okay. Pushing Manta back against the corner. Yeah, 6 XP good. There's the bubble you
Ah, so that's the kind of burst that he wanted. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like he was out of range the other time that we saw, but I might be wrong.
Alright, he's in store. He's waiting for the throw.
Oh, he's spear now.
Doesn't need it.
Oh, never mind. I lied. I have a tough time registering.
What exactly does Super Freak
What is Super Freak? What?
not dodge? Like, how do you hit him out of Super Freak?
It dodges anything, but his recovery is so slow you can just hit him with another move after.
Yeah,
The second hit still catches.
Actually has enough try. Oh, did he actually get a ring out of that? Oh man, Manta, if you lose this set, your downfall is going to be not respecting 6 XP on Wake Up, I swear. That's like the main way that Konmai has gotten stuff out of this set.
That was
Yeah.
like 2-2 type stuff. Like.
Good block.
The 8A actually gets punished too. Actually, no, that wasn't a punish.
Mashing the axe low, interrupting. Kutue stuffs it, but he gets the soul charge.
This is where Manta could potentially get that guard crush that he's been seeking since the beginning of the set. We'll see if it ends up coming up here. Or if he just ends up getting like a ring out or something.
No,
Instead, Konmai just decides to block with his face, and that's going to spell doom for him in the next round. But Manta did have to spend all of his resources in order to get it. He didn't have to, you know, use a guard crush, but without meter, there's a good chance that he's not going to have an opportunity to get guard crush anyway. So I feel like if Konmai just leans on his meter, he should be fine. Yeah, like start of the round soul attack or something.
There we go.
Ooh. Oh, he doesn't actually catch anything off of like a whip on it. Yeah, be careful. He's already gotten a good chunk of damage out of this soul charge alone. Well, that's way too far away, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. He was kind of backing off while he had meter. Okay, gets the throw. He's an almighty.
Now he's almost dead to a CE from Azwel as well.
Yeah.
Azwel as well.
Pop. Yeah, he's going
All
for
right,
that
there's
guard
that
break.
Dark Rush he's going for. But again, he can just pop Soul Charge, and as long as he
No, this is not
he's
good.
matching some pretty slow stuff. Nah, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's exactly what Manta wanted. That's not gonna.
It was basically entirely set play once Konmai got off of the ground with something that looked to be a little bit slow, and ended up getting caught by Manta's Wall Rising B. I think that's what spelled doom at the end there, but very close in the last game. I think slowly but surely Konmai was figuring it out.
Man. I'm upset, dude. I don't like this feeling. All right, I gotta get over it and cheer him on so he can
It's okay.
beat Zeph.
You can beat me up later.
It sucks. It's hard to play with commentary. I should have turned it off like.
I figured you would. I was just like, there's no way he's still listening.
I was just trying to play, and it was
Yeah.
because I know what it's like to hear, and I'm like, people can do this. I can do it. Like, nah, I can't. I started thinking about what you guys say.
Who does that though? I don't think anybody does that, dude.
I think, man, there's gotta be somebody on the planet. I don't know.
I'm not aware of them.
Well, my favorite is like the old NLBC VOD clips when like Ramon or Thermidor just has their phone out right in front of the station and is just in chat while they're playing their match.
Yeah.
Those ones are kind of funny. Also, Casino, thank you.
Wait, Kazuno put money in there?
How much?
Oh no.
Well, not
Why
an
is it
hour.
up
he
to
said-
$80?
Remember when he said that like last time was going to be like the last time that he donated to
Yeah,
us?
he's such a liar.
Okay, but he said put 20 bucks on Manta, and I was like, no, I have to. Like,
Why is it that every time I mention your name, you have to like start yelling at me?
Let's do this.
He's so
Well,
yelly right
ooh,
now.
guys. Ooh.
Also, there's still like 27 codes left in the Matcherino if you haven't used them yet.
Mr. Bigpapachunk, can I ask a favor?
Yes.
Can you change Kazino's name in this Discord to Kazino the Liar? He'll be like a Dark Souls character.
rude.
That does sound kind of
I
cool.
mean, you did lie. So it's not.
Looks like I have
So,
to
so
use
It's
my
20
own.
bucks,
it's
not
not false.
that much, Dave.
One thing that I
That's
didn't
my
do
last big
is
donation for a while. Okay,
I didn't lie. That's what I didn't do. You can't say the same. Xephukai versus Manta. We did not
is
see
looking-
these two play earlier in the tournament, right?
No, they didn't. We did not. Big
It
shocker.
means that Manta has this huge comeback that he has to make, and if
Yeah.
Voldo's going to make it, it's going to be very slow.
I think it's possible though. The problem is like whenever you play against Zeph, he has a good way of slowing the, and that's the one weakness I think that Manta has in a lot of situations. Is like if he's not in Mantis, he's not gonna play slow. If you can't get in there, all right.
Presumably, when we see these two play at other times, I assume that Zeph is the one who typically wins.
Yeah, it's typically Zeph favored. He just has
These-
the timing.
Yeah, these jumpies
those
are
eight-
kind of money right now. They're kind of insane.
AP does a lot of damage. I should
Yeah.
probably start
Yeah,
using
it's
it.
crazy.
No, it's very strong for what kind of move it is, yeah. And it's like what, like I-22?
I can tell you.
It's like something really respectable in terms of like jump class.
Even if I did know, I wouldn't.
Oh
man.
my God.
Manta trying to pull off the same thing by doing things like jump A and jump B, and it's just not the same, dude.
There's something about that too. I've actually seen that where like
See,
you try
though?
to
Okay.
trying to mimic Zeph in like a weird way, and he just like kind of picks up on it. And he's like, "Oh, this guy's messing up," and he just kills you off of it. I think it's because like you're seeing like the power of these tools, and then you're like, "Oh, he's just trying to mimic me. I know what his timing is gonna be." Nice GI though. Oh my God, great return GI though. Ooh, he almost had something there with the CR tech crouch, but didn't turn in anything. Back catch? Yeah, actually genius.
Yeah, well. He is spending resources in places where he doesn't necessarily have them to spare. That's the problem.
Yeah, he is two rounds, but you know, get some momentum. Oh, he's getting guard gauge, so he doesn't want to turn this into checkmate, which he doesn't.
Yeah, guard gauge would be, depending on the context, would be potentially enough to solidify another round. The problem is that even after that, he has to win another round, and there's a good chance he'll have to do that against double bar Xianghua, and
that's pretty rough. But he's doing a really good job here, where he hasn't needed to use any of his resources yet. He's just been outplaying the opponent.
Oh, big drop though. Oh no.
There's one way that Manta's going to lose this. It's going to be because of his GIs after he whiffs an attack.
It's like a 50% deficit too. That was one combo.
Oh, I think he's got.
He's shipping him down to CE range.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
So he had to use a bar, and you are going to be at 2 bars to none in the last round, but that's probably the best situation you could possibly be in, considering the context of the previous rounds. The fact that he hasn't had to use the guard crush is a pretty big deal, so we'll see if it ends up coming up. Okay.
But if you get zoned by a 3B, man, like that's the one thing I'm scared of most with Xeph is like you can just be like, yeah, you're gonna come in though, you're gonna die. It's like,
I mean, it's
the
not
heck?
like Voldo can even really punish it either.
Exactly.
Rough stuff.
I mean, he punishes on most characters back. Minus 12, 3B is
Yeah, it's basically Raphael or bust.
Yeah, Rafa or Azwel, ironically, go figure.
Oh, really? Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, la-di-da. Is he going to build enough meter to get a bar out of this? Oh my god, he is.
Almost.
If he gets a bar, then that guard crush is going to be ever more prevalent.
Well, he's gonna get it off for getting hit.
Get up and get into soul charge, and he's not going to do that. Instead, he's going to spend the bar here.
He blocked that?
Yeah,
I think
guys,
he was front turn.
That was front turn, so
yeah, his front turn's
it's
too
not
slow.
a very fast CE. So I really feel like the appropriate thing there would have been to soul charge and then try to utilize the guard damage, because you're going to do nothing that is going to be too unsafe to deal with X's CE. I don't know. I feel like the guard crush was the plan there, not a CE whip punch. That wasn't even going to kill in the first place.
Actually, he might have had a route with like soul attack, if anything.
Oh, soul attack? Yeah, soul attack could have been, getting into soul charge just in general, especially with that stage positioning after the sidestep, would have been really, really tasty. I wonder if, like, his eyes became a little bit bigger than his stomach at the end.
Yeah. Well, speaking of his stomach, using it mid-combo.
Heyo! It was a solid transition. Not as good as the 3A stance transition, but still pretty good.
Yeah.
I would be salty right there, I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Oh
salty
my
for
god,
Manta. That's crazy.
Getting whittled down a little bit. Oh my god.
Man, this jumpy, dude. This jumpy
It's so
is
good.
crazy. I think that's the only reason why he decided to pick up Cass, is because her jumpy is, like, probably better.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I actually against Voldo, this is actually really a choice because what else is he gonna mash up close? He only has 2A, so you just automatically defeat it.
He's
Wake up 6/6 A+. Okay.
Yeah, I
I
can kind of see
don't
it.
understand.
Oh, nice 3K though. Interrupts the pressure, but still not being able to get some juice out here. Oh.
Happy Manta mashing as well. Yeah, this soldier. Oh man, a very perfect way of. Wait, is that actually my fault?
Is it?
Oh, well, now I know
Yeah,
that.
it is.
But yeah, very perfect way of dealing with Voldo's soul charge on that. Kind of like a masterclass of how to deal with slower characters as a faster character. So this is pretty good stuff.
Right, he's back in the same position, 2 rounds down, but he has the meter advantage.
He doesn't have the guard crush, which is the problem.
Yeah, he's working on it though. He's trying to get a little clap here and there. Pop, pop.
Yeah, the problem is that eventually he's gonna have to use he will use a bar to build up more guard gauge. And so instead of winning off of the guard crush, he'll have to use it to just survive. It's just like a resource needing kind of gameplay.
No, that was sexy. That was sexy. Man.
Oh, what? Voldo, where are you going?
He got caught, and I think there was a little bit of a buffer when he got caught by the 2K at the end there. Oh, he was dead! Oh my god, both players were dead! No!
2K for the kill!
Oh, that's too bad, dude.
God!
Took a 2K as a punish on a -16. That is
He had
so
to have
long.
something better, right? Wouldn't
2BB, yeah.
2BB? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, assuming that you feel
Yeah,
comfortable being frame perfect about it. I'll admit that a lot of times I will drop 2 frames on my block punishes and spots like that on moves that recover a lot quicker than you would expect. But this is Parsec, and he's close to the server, so I feel like he should feel confident in getting a punish like that. It's kind of necessary if you're going to beat somebody like Xeph, right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he can't do much of anything against the 3B, so if Manta's going to run into it, then, that's the way it is.
I think at round start, that's perfectly acceptable too. It's what you get.
Until Voldo, walks around it and gets his 66B lethal hit, but it doesn't even seem like Manta has even attempted a setup like that,
Hard
right?
to do, though.
Yeah, he hasn't done left or right side step at all.
Yeah, I mean, beating Xeph is going to be difficult, right?
Yeah. You could see him buffering it
This
too.
was like a part of a string. It was scary. He's been caught by 66BB in the past, which is why he like got like caught up.
Okay, whittling down. Now he can just like play the Utoto zone game.
Yeah,
Like double A.
There. Oh.
Oh
See,
man.
this is why he was so hesitant, and now, oh my god.
No way! Sky!
Don't use thrust attacks versus that stance. They dodge all of them. No.
I just thought he was gonna clap it with AA and call it a day, but
I cannot.
no man.
The AA would have been
Zeph
kind
is just
of rough,
right
considering that's the high.
all the time.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
real tough. Yeah, trying to like smoke out some of these positions, but Zeph is doing such a good job leaning on the disadvantages that Voldo has in a matchup like this. It's really, really well done. Very impressive. Not getting a whip punish off of spots like this is also pretty bad, but Manta's just felt so overwhelmingly hesitant
Ooh,
to try
okay.
and like pull off
what
any
the
kind of
heck?
level of momentum.
Yeah. No, he gets it now off of kind of a stray, weird hump hit.
I just don't know if we can feel all that happy about that if he's always behind and he has to use resources to keep up. That's surviving. That's not thriving.
Yeah. No, he's like paying off his house bills, but he's not
Yeah.
getting anything in the bank.
66B also gets caught up. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Rest attacks. Rest attacks. Never do it.
All right, here we go. So what's Oki gonna be? Mid or low? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a delayed mid.
Oh, it's a nothing. What?
No, if he goes mid here, I'm still technically right.
Okay, you were
I'm
mid.
right.
Well played.
Dead.
Oh no.
Okay. So Zeph, one round away from getting the lion's share of the $81.
Man, he's just murdering Californians left and right, man.
What was that sidestep?
Two
Whoa,
biggest
where is he
killers.
going?
Two biggest killers of Californians. Number one, wildfires. Number two, Xephukai.
Oh, nice, he got it. Nope, he didn't.
No, it's the angle was gonna go towards the wall, unfortunately. But he still has this ring positioning, so he's gonna use it to get some guard damage. I like it.
Okay, just crouching.
Okay.
Interesting. You know,
Wow,
sometimes it works.
into 2-2K madness.
Getting swept up. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh man, if only that was a 66B punish, it would have been tough, but you know.
I'm kind of worried that if he tried it, though, he would have got hit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that's kind of one of the things that has spelled doom in this set, right? Is the fact that, like, there have been opportunities that Manta has had to try and, like, pull off, like, a big punish that's going to save the day, and he's just not able to do it either because he'll get caught up on the second hit, or will recover in time, or, you know, something goes wrong in one way or another. But this is the first time that I feel like we've gotten to the last round, and Manta isn't at a steep disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, he gets a good punish there.
Okay. Rolling down. No, nothing.
But, like, see, now Zeph has, like, 2 bars, and Manta's is already almost done.
Okay, this is
He
where
didn't
the
even gain anything out of his bar, really. Ugh.
He will not let him do anything with the soul charge. It's no good.
What the greatest indignity. Manta is going to lose to Xianghua Soul Charge.
Oh,
you're
here it
dead.
comes.
Oh,
Don't think
he does have it. He does have another bar. Yeah, there it
Oh
is.
my god,
That's not going to
backstep
do
on
it,
that
though. It's going to come really close. It's going to come down to this very last hit.
Oh, I don't know. Never mind, you're right.
Alright, can Manta do it?
Okay,
Oh,
roll.
yeah, going in for the break attack. I like
Cheese
it.
wheel.
He actually didn't
No
block
way.
it? He actually didn't block it?
Yeah, I've like never seen him.
Yeah, I
not
don't
block
know
that.
what happened there. It was a smart play by Manta because what is Zeph
Can he-
looking for that entire time? He's looking for a
Can he
CE as a
jump
block
cheese
punish,
wheel?
right? Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you can get like a jump B in a spot like that, but like the one thing that Zeph is looking for in a spot like that is to block punish with a CE, and so to go with a low that can't be CE block punish like that was a really neat idea. It was very unique.
Okay, GI gets in there. Double 2As. He's really harassing now. He's still not afraid to use 2A despite getting 8B to death, so that's kind of signs of life here.
Yeah.
You just
You kinda have to,
life
right?
away in like
Yeah,
5 seconds.
Okay.
Yes, that was a complete smothering. And this is always the age-old problem, is that, like, is the way that Manta won that round reproducible? I don't know if it is, and it seems like Zeph is always able to just, like, when it comes to just neutral...
Goes
kind
it
of-
again and again! Oh my god!
This would be a
Is cheese
situation...
wheel the answer? What the-
Yeah, this would be a situation where I would start to think that maybe Zeph isn't aware of, like, how that move works. But I know that he does. He's been playing this game for 3 iterations of the game, so I know full well that he knows what's going on, so I don't know what's happening right now. Maybe Manta has found some sort of Achilles heel, specifically that move with Voldo.
I wish it could be that. I'm chalking it up to dumb luck at this point. Well, we'll see again. We might see Mantis because
it's also the fact that it was in the exact same stage, like positioning. It was in the exact same place. I don't know what happened. Maybe he's trying to like jump B it or something like that, and he's getting caught. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's going for something fancy.
Okay. Nice.
This is the first time I think we've seen Manta in the lead in the whole set.
Dude, he had to block that.
Well, it was a block on one A plus B 3 times, right? So he was at a distinct frame disadvantage, so it makes sense that he would have to block it.
Yeah. Okay. Nice pokes again.
Oh, crap, it really seems like Xeph's gameplay has changed pretty significantly after losing that game where he's playing a significantly more mashing. I'm not saying this is a bad idea, but it's interesting that losing that round clearly miffed him.
Maybe he's just like thinking, like, okay, my opponent's gonna think he's like got the other hand, so I'm gonna play really aggressively. It worked before. I mean, like he transitioned to that after he got that 1L. Yeah, it seems to be working now.
All right, but again, like every other time when Manta has been in this position, he's been at a resource deficit. This is the time where he's not.
Yeah.
And so anything could go the other way. So it's unfortunate he doesn't get a whip punish like that. I keep forgetting that this is apparently minus 12.
Yeah.
I guess only Xianghua really cares about that, but I also have an I-12C, so I should probably know that.
Yeah, it's
Was yours reach though?
There, no. It's still important to know. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here comes...
He recovers crouching in that, right? So Kilik's would also miss it. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh man, 6A is an option to catch the jump. That was really smart. Man, he got nothing.
Oh,
he's
dead. He got literally zilled.
GG's. That's the baby.
It was cool to see like the potential Cinderella story that Manta was potentially trying to set up there. But I think one of the tales of the tape that really made this so lopsided was the fact that Xeph had masterful abilities at limiting any sort of meter usage that Manta was trying to pull off. Manta was having a real tough time with the whip punishes. He was either getting caught or not really getting optimal whip punishes, and that sucks. But like the fact that like he got nothing out of like the last 3 soul charges, when typically Voldo's soul charge is like one of the most uninteractive things in the game. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's really rough.
Yeah, typically to just completely deny his movement, and then you're able to just go in a stance, go crazy. But yeah, he just never was in a place where he felt comfortable to start initiating. And even if he did, like usually the trick is you get your opponent to like think that they can start moving, and then you just go for 8-way run A, back turn, and just call it a day.
The 3A plus B, yeah.
But he never got caught by that. It felt like that was like a complete non-option, and that Xeph completely understood that's like, well, all I need to do is just wait for when he wants to go for the movement denial, and then the rest is cake, because I could just brawl up close. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Everybody, go home. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, very well done by Xeph. Good job to everybody.
Yeah, good job, everybody.
Good job to everybody except for Pharamantras.
Yeah, everybody except Pharamantras and me. Don't congratulate me. That was embarrassing.
Konmai trying to look for his pity party. Nobody.
I'm not looking for pity party. I'm just genuinely like that. Like
no one give it to him.
I'm sad.
I'm pointing at my screens. No one give it to him.
Also, I hope Pharamantras is doing okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. That was kind of sudden.
Yeah, I mean things sometimes happen.
Yeah, well, it just disappeared.
Like, yeah, I'd be like that. But anyway, yeah, so congrats to Xeph for taking first place, episode 31, Manta in second place, and Konmai in third place.
Weird.
So, Konmai, go sign up for the Matcherino.
I can't pay it out, though, I believe that triggers the fraud button.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to do that.
It's weird to think about this, but yeah.
Wait, what's going on?
I'm an admin on the tournament, so... it's the kind of thing that you know that whole thing that happened with Arturo. Yeah, like that's one of the things they pointed at and said, "Hey, you did this."
All right, I'll do it. I'll sign up for give the money to me, and then I'll give it to Konmai.
Is that what we've been wanting to talk about this entire? Is the wire transfer of my winnings from WNF?
It's really the only reason why. I think this is like the first time that I've commentated on like grand finals of Wednesday night fights. I'm normally out by this time. Once I saw that Konmai had the possibility of getting money, I saw the possibility of me getting money.
Dude, you're kidding me? You're a great player. I'm not even saying that like in a Hecarim way, like
I
genuinely.
don't think I've
you would smoke
gotten
us.
like even top 8 in Winston Neck fights, have I? don't
Maybe
think
it's
so.
the connection, but I know you can get there. Like I'm not.
I remember the last
I
time
know
you
that.
entered.
Well, you don't know that I can get there.
Oh,
I know that you can get there, though.
I know you can get there. I mean,
no,
well,
you
now
don't,
that you know that
because
I
you
can
haven't
get there.
seen it.
Well, believe in me who believes in you now. Like, I'm
No,
bringing
it's
that
not
shit
about
back.
belief when it comes from me to you, because I've literally seen you do it right here, right now.
Oh my
you would
God.
have to have faith in me. I don't have to have faith in you. I can just see that you did it.
Fine. I hate having empirical.
That's just that's yeah. That's just the way it is. I don't believe that the number 9 is bigger than the number 8. It just is.
That's
One
insane.
last thing, I'd also like to protest my name I was given in Discord. Fuck that.
Why? What is it?
Because you know the liar giver of funds.
Because you know, I'm not exactly somebody who would go with like the last 3 words, but like there's a good solid 50% of it that I think is appropriate.
Shut the.
Damn, dog. Well, it's been a pleasure. You know, not go. Actually, well, I do have one shout out. There's a Caliber Weekly in SoCal at Contender Coliseum, I think, or I think it's Contender Coliseum or Clash. Sign up for that if you're in SoCal, please, because I don't want to be alone, and I would like to play. So yeah, come on down, please. That's
Yeah,
it.
and let's go get excited for a bonus round. That's not too far off, right?
Oh yeah, bonus round. We're all going. Like yeah, that's like the.
Well, not all of us, but yeah.
Oh, I wish you. I
where's
genuinely
bonus
wish you
round
could make it, dude. Real talk.
Yeah,
Like,
me too. Chapter really
Bonus-
wants me to go, but you know it's really difficult.
Oh, man.
Bonus round is the one in Seattle, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Well, Pacific Northwest somewhere.
yeah, it's a
I should be
Seattle-ish.
moved- Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
it's okay. To
should
be
be
fair, it's
moved by
technically
then, so
they're not hosting it in Seattle. They're doing it. There's a local community college space they got just like south. It's only like 10 miles away, but
Nice.
still really easy to get
I should
for.
be
but-
moved to Seattle by then, so I actually be at my.
Yeah,
second
you'll probably be there.
local?
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
they have
If I
like
move by then,
monthlies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, this is technically just a monthly. We're just fucking crashing it.
Yeah, we it's a big one because there's like Neko Yogi's going, like European player, probably Panto's coming back again, and we're obviously getting Heat in again.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
will
there's
be.
like 2 other Japanese players that haven't been announced yet, right?
Yeah, I got a feeling it's Utoto maybe, but I'm not sure.
Ooh.
We don't know, but yeah, there are going to be three continents for Caliber present at that event. Tekken, I don't know, but I mean,
it's going, right?
I believe
he
Incendiate
is.
is going. Yes.
I would love to see Zeph and Incendiate against Neko Yogi. I
Yeah.
honestly don't know what I want to see. Do I want to see America beat the EVO Japan winner, or do I want Neko Yogi, the only... I hope to meet his ranks, but as far as I know, the only person to get every character at S rank. I would love to see somebody like that trounce everybody.
I actually do think like he plays so differently and so patiently compared to Westerners. It's crazy. I remember watching over his shoulder and being like, yeah, what the hell? Like this guy has like infinite game stamina. He just
I would
just does not crack.
love to see him mirror match everybody. I think that'd be very
That'd be
funny.
rad. Yeah.
I would love to see, because, you know, I have a whole bunch of characters at S rank, right? But I'm actually terrible with like 90% of them. Especially because it just feels impossible to juggle so many characters, right? I want to know if he actually has these characters at a masterful level and he can juggle between all of them all at the same time. That would be massively impressive to me. But
Yeah.
he'll probably just play Xianghua the whole time.
Yeah. He's probably just gonna smoke us.
Yeah.
But
The actual
Right.
Edge Master? Holy shit.
yeah, he's
Also,
actually
another
the legit
shout-out-
Ed Master. Yeah.
And then in
One
addition to
other
that
shout-out,
too,
play-
we also still
Liza.
don't know who the Secret Santa is, and Chapter literally tells no one. Chapter is very good at keeping that secret from us. I mean, I got last year for sure.
I wish it was skill, but maybe if it, it'd be kind of hype if it was woes, but I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's usually someone from the East Coast because it's well, I guess last year it was a West Coast, but we'll see.
Yeah, because they got
Skill
blue.
being Secret Santa. Skill being Secret Santa would be fucking cool.
It was supposed to be me one year.
He's so hyped.
Oh,
Oh,
Makes me
really?
sad. Yeah.
Like for real?
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, well.
it's just far.
I can't travel, man. I don't know what to tell you.
We need
One
to get
day.
we need to get those
Traveling-
trains.
You want me to
Traveling
drive
just-
you?
From Philly
drive
to
you if you want.
Seattle?
I'll do
That's like on a train.
I'll do it.
That's like a
I'm
week.
driving from Baltimore to Seattle in a few weeks, so.
Yeah, I'm not. No, driving is just as bad for me.
Huh. That sucks. Well,
I mean,
Anyways,
if you start
play Liza P, guys, 10 out of 10 game.
if you start walking now,
What?
I think
What's
how
the
long?
rest of that sentence?
Wait, where did the Donner Party
How
start
long
from?
would it take to walk? Directions.
We
I
have
feel like that doesn't make a lot of sense, because does Google Maps even factor in, like, the fact that you're not a machine? Does it factor in the fact that, like, you will have to stop sometimes?
maybe does
Don't
it
have to be,
also
like, scheduled stops?
no, but you
It
can
says
practice
41 days of walking from Baltimore to Seattle.
Again, I
Jesus.
feel like that's
It's longer
not...
than
I feel like that's too much. I mean, I feel like that's not enough. Like, it would take longer than that.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh yeah, that's like non-stop. So that,
Yeah, it's not
that's
factoring
41
in
days
sleep.
non-stop.
It's not factoring in
990 hours.
not factoring in your one of your horses getting caught in a river. It's not factoring in all the dysentery.
Well, this
It's
is
not
walking, not
factoring.
horse.
It's not factoring in like when you're like voted as like the leader of the group, and then when you're like 2 goddamn miles away from Seattle, they say, "Oh, you've been fired as like the group leader," and apparently that's the same thing as you dying. So the game is fucking over. What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah, it's just
Last time I ever played that fucking game, dude, I was so mad.
I mean, to be fair, I could see that in that time
what are
period.
we
It's like,
talking about?
hey, we don't like you anymore. You're not the leader, and they just fucking shoot him.
You're just dead. That's how it was back then, dude.
Yeah,
And then you died of quote unquote dysentery.
yeah, dysentery, and your heads exploded. It's crazy how that happened.
It's 41 hours of driving.
this is really difficult to
What is?
like get Jay to bonus round.
Yes,
No-
it is.
Noticing the scope of this endeavor.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
you guys
I'll
remember like when
get him, I'll get him in a trunk and I'll drive him. Okay, just trust me.
Yeah, that's not good either. I'll die. I think the idea is that they want me to be there alive.
That's I do prefer.
If the
alive
idea
too.
is that you just want my body to show up at bonus round, that's actually a lot easier.
it's going morbid.
All right, well,
I got Jade a bonus round, guys. Just fucking open the trunk.
I got his body to bonus round.
As you throw the ashes.
Oh damn, he cremated me too. Wow.
jeez. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming out and watching. Thank you for donating to the Matcherino. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you to all my commentators, Jay, Konmai, and King Kazuno himself. Appreciate that.
The liar.
Thank you.
Right, that part.
He's like Mike.
But anyway, again, if you're this is a free to enter tournament. I run every Wednesdays. If you're interested in signing up for next week, I recommend following me on Twitter, or you can go to the bracket using the exclamation bracket command, and there's a link to the Discord that I run this shindig out of there, and you can join the Discord. And then I post the link as soon as I have it. I try and do it Mondays, but usually the link shows up Tuesdays, so you just gotta watch out for it. We run this on Parsec, but it's pretty easy to sort of figure that out, and I have some guides and tutorials in my Discord for you as well. If you never use Parsec, it's pretty easy. But yeah, if you're interested in joining, come have fun with us. It's free to enter, and you get to fight Xephukai and Incendiates on a semi-weekly basis. So who doesn't want to do that?
Hey, Konmai got third, and you can believe in anything now.
Lots
Yeah.
of character diversity too. I feel like that's something that people don't talk about enough. Like if you want to get used to a lot of characters,
Yeah.
coming into a tournament like this is pretty solid.
I've seen the whole roster played at least once, if not multiple times. Actually, is there any? Okay, I don't want to get into that train of thought, but anyway, but yeah, so that was it. So I'm gonna go raid the Guildhouse 2 channel because they're finishing up their Strive bracket, and that's where I do my locals at. So I'm gonna support them. But anyway, yeah, I'll be here next week. So if you're interested, again, just follow me on Twitter. You can bug me on Discord if you need help getting into anything or whatnot. I can help out. But otherwise, thanks for coming. Congratulations, everyone. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your night, rest of your week. And now I'm just waiting for the raid bar to finish.
Raid bar. Also, Armored Core 6 is rad. I'm almost done with New
just-
Game Plus Plus. So close.
Armored
Like-
Core 6 is great,
press the
and
button early.
go sub to Botan. All right, that's it. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, raid's out.